Hello, Falcon fans everywhere. Hello, Facebook fans. Hello, Falcons fans. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a most excellent Friday evening. Tonight, we are talking Falcons football. We are talking Falcons versus Panthers. It is a preview, and Falcons are doing pretty good right now. So it looks like everything is coming along great for us. The Saints lost the other night, and I'm looking forward to a productive Falcons weekend. So we're about to get to it, but before anything else, y'all know how it goes. We're going to cue the music. Hello, Falcon fans. How is everyone doing? Hopefully, all is well. This is your host, T. Will, of For My ATL Sports and One Time for the Fan. Welcome, everyone who has dared to enter into the lair. Tonight, we are talking Falcons and Panthers. As you guys know, we're going up to Carolina on a business trip this weekend. Falcons are going in there, going to play about 4:25 in the evening, and hopefully and most likely going to bring back a victory. So just kind of wanted to preview the game with you guys and just talk about our Falcons. A little Friday night Falcons talk. Never hurt anybody. And we're looking forward to it. So again, to those of you who joined, hey, thank you. Glad to have you. And tell your friends. Again, I am at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. And with no further ado, hey, let's get into it. So, first things first, let's talk about what our Falcons have to do to win this game. And let's talk about essentially what they've been doing to win games. All right. So, the last couple of games that our Falcons have played, they've kind of pulled it. I don't want to say they've eked by, but they fought tooth and nail to the end of the game. And the good thing about that is that that's what you need in order to win a championship. You need a team that never gives up. What are you talking about, T. Will? Well, let's look at it, right? In the first game against the Saints, it's very little time left. We get the ball. We go down. We do. We have the lovely Tiff Raines joining us. Let me add her to the stage. Hey, Tiff.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Welcome. We're glad to have you tonight. How's your day been so far?
Very busy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You look like you're on your way somewhere important. So I get it. Hey man, you got friends in all these high places and you're trying to do what you need to do. So there's nothing wrong with that. So Tiff, we're talking about our Falcons. We're talking about the way we've been winning these games, right? We're talking about in the Saints game, C-Dub. Okay. Hey, C-Dub, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. As a matter of fact, he's going to be joining us shortly. But we're talking about right now traits of a champion, right? And one of those traits is picking each other up, right? One of those traits is doing whatever it takes to win the game. So in the Saints game, we're driving down. It's a few seconds left. We get the ball back, right? We throw the ball. We get this penalty because, of course, the Saints mugged them. And Koo comes on and nails a 58-yarder, right? Now, in that game, the offense didn't score a touchdown. So it was really all about the special teams and the defense keeping us in it long enough to grab a lead. That was in the game before the Bucs game. In the game against the Bucs, totally opposite. It was a barn burner, right? It's a shootout. We're going up and down the field, and the offense killed it, right? Kirk Cousins threw for 509 yards. Again, there were different components to this game, though, Tiff, right? So guess what? Our defense had to hold them late in the game. Not once, but twice, right? So late in the game, Jesse punches the balls out. We get the fumble. We do nothing. It ends up being 4th and 15. We throw an interception. All of us, or at least me, I'm thinking the game's over. Defense had another idea. They said, oh, no, just wait. These guys got to get a first down. And they're not going to do it, right? So they don't get the first down. We hold them. We get the ball back. We drive down. We throw that last slant with like 12 seconds left, right? Ryan Nuzeel gets his big behind running down the field, snaps the ball with 1 second left, and lo and behold, who comes to help us out? Brother Koo nails a 52-yarder down the middle, and we go to OT. My point is, you got guys that are picking each other up. My point is, when the defense needed to make a stand, they made a stand, right?
Right.
Tiff, talk to me about some Falcons teams that you've seen in the past, or specifically the 2016 team, right? Do you see any similarities between this team and the team that was with us in 2016? Go ahead.
I see a lot of similarities coming back from like the team working with Matt Ryan to Julio, Devontae Freeman, who I used to love how they all work together. I see a lot of similarity, and I think we back. I think we're back.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. So, Tiff, I think you were there for that game, right?
Which one?
Bucs.
The Bucs game.
Yeah.
Was that the Thursday? Yeah, the Thursday night.
Yeah. You were there for that game, right? So talk me through. And I know we talked about this, but I can't get enough of this, right? When Kirk throws that interception and it's in the fourth quarter, what are you thinking there? Like, what's going through your mind?
Okay, I'll try not to respond.
Be honest. I need you to be honest. It's okay.
I was like, damn. I will be honest with you. I thought we lost that game, but I'm always that fan that gotta, ask everybody to send your Falcons, angel dust out there. Let's I crossed my fingers. And they pulled it off. I thought we lost that first. At the end, they pulled it off. Thank God. Yes.
I did. Let me tell you something. There are so many Falcons teams that would not have pulled this game out, right? So you really are on to something, because if this game had been a year, 2, 3, 4 years ago, we wouldn't have made it. There are too many variables. There are too many things that went wrong. But this team believes in itself, and they believe in each other, and they don't stop fighting. We could have, when he threw that interception, we could have easily said, hey, guys, we did our best. We did not. Not only did we get the ball back, they didn't kick a field goal. Now, what does that mean? That means we now can go and kick a field goal and tie it. We don't have to throw a touchdown, right? We don't have to throw a Hail Mary, which there's a very low percentage of success. We can kick a field goal and tie it and take this thing to OT. So there were, when we talk about traits of a champion, there were so many little things, because had they been able to kick that field goal, that's a totally different ball game. You have no timeouts. You got a minute and something left. You got no timeouts. That's a very low percentage chance of success. So the fact that the defense was able to get that ball back and do what they needed to do. Again, championship football, right? Offense, defense, special teams playing together, working towards a common goal. So I love it. Let's talk about our next topic, Tiff. Keys to winning. Keys to winning. And when I talk about keys to winning, I'm talking about this upcoming game against the Carolina Panthers. Tiff, tell me in your mind's eye, what do we need to do or not do in order to win this game going in there?
I was gonna bring it up on their last topic. When you was asking me about the interception, really, I was like, dang it, cool when he missed those 2 field goals, but he prevailed himself at the very end.
He
And,
did. He did.
um, just keep working together like they are. I see they have this game, so I hate to sound big headed by now. I think we got the keys. We got the keys already for Sunday.
Well, let me
I think
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, we got the keys, but long as offense continue to stay strong and score, not to make those mistakes. Like you said with the interception with Kirk Cousins. I'm trying to think. Defense, stay strong like they have been. They passed us by the second half to make it through to overtime. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
That's okay. And look, hey,
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. So
What do you say, Jack Spade? Yeah, we gotta put Jack Spade in the game. He gonna
I,
be. He gonna play. He gonna play in Charlotte. He
he's
gonna
gonna
play
do.
in Charlotte.
He's
Yeah,
gonna do his 80
that's one
yard
of our keys right
80
there.
yard throw on the run. 80
Mhm.
yards on the run. 80-yard throw on the run. There you go, Jack. Jack Spade from One Time for the Fan, my friend and mentor. Welcome to the show, buddy. Glad to see you tonight. Yeah, man. So look, one of the keys to victory, and one of the keys to victory for me, Tiff, is let's not look too far ahead, right? Let's not
Mhm.
look at Seattle. Let's not go in there thinking we got this because any team can beat you on any given Sunday. Let's stay focused,
Yeah, we
right? And
gotta
I'm
stay
talking about the
focused.
Falcons. I'm not talking about us. We could be arrogant. I'm talking about the Falcons. Falcons need to stay focused on the Panthers and let's take this 1 week at a time.
Yeah,
That's one key to victory. Another key to victory to me is don't turn the ball over, right? Don't turn the ball
right.
over.
No turnovers.
Another key to victory. Let's make sure we get turnovers from them, right?
Mhm.
Let's make sure
Mhm.
we get turnovers from them
Mhm.
and let's continue to do what we did, like you said, in that last game to keep it pushing. Jack, other than putting you in the game, any other suggestions you got for keys to victory? I'll wait on you.
Amazing.
Jack says, "Sorry, Terry, I'm in Eric Parker mode. We beating everybody coming up. All right,
Yeah,
we going
I'm
what
with
20
that.
and 2? We're going 20 and 2, Jack. We're going 20. We're never losing again. All
Mm-mm.
right, wherever you are, Eric Parker, my brother, love you, buddy. What was that, Tiff? I'm sorry.
No, I'm with Jack. I felt like you two. We would have had 3 wins straight if they hadn't cheated us out with Kansas City. We had that
Yeah,
game. We had that
yeah.
game. I know it's over with, done with, but in my head, we were winners that night. So, hey, we gonna go for this third winning streak Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and we gonna keep moving. We gonna
Okay.
take them. Yeah, we gonna take them all now.
Okay. Jack says we don't
Mm-hmm.
practice to lose. No, I don't
Mm-mm.
think we do, Jack. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. So, I would say another key is let's make sure we get turnovers on defense, right? Like Jesse punching out the ball. You got to think the Red Rifle or what's their quarter? I want to call him Andy Dufresne. That's dude from the Shawshank Redemption. What's his name? Oh my God, Carolina Panthers quarterback. I cannot think of his name.
I
QB.
forgot his name. That
He's got red hair. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. That's right. All right. So again, key to victory for that is oh, Jack wants to know if you're going to Carolina, Tiff.
Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm on boarding with you all Sunday morning.
Oh, she's going with you guys. So it'll be a fun trip. We knew it was going to be a fun trip, but now we really know it's going to be a fun trip. Tiff's going. So
Yeah,
you're good, Jack. You're good. But
yeah.
I no. So Andy's kind of a pocket passer, right? He doesn't really scramble. He doesn't really run around and do all of that. So I'm thinking maybe 2 sacks, right? At least 2 sacks. You should be able to pressure him. Hopefully, we can get 2 turnovers on defense. Although I do think that the Panthers will try and play keep away. I mean, look, everybody saw what we did against the Bucs. And even though the Bucs were hurt, that's still a very good defense, and we dismantled them. So the league's on notice. So their thought process probably look at guys, we got to keep this offense off the field. And the
Yeah.
best way to do that is to run the ball. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's going to be essential for us to stop the run, right? We can't let Chuba get in there and go crazy and get 150 yards because that does two things. Number one, they probably score. And number two, that keeps the ball away from our offense. So I say, hey, we got to hold Chuba to Chuba or Chuba. Jack calls him Chuba. I think it's Chuba, whatever. But I think, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we hold them to under 97 yards, and I think we're okay. But we need to get turnovers on defense. We need to be able to run the ball, right? Because if we
Mm-hmm.
can run the ball, we can win the time of possession battle.
Yes.
And if we can win the time of possession battle, we can keep it away from them. Look, Jack, you, and everybody in the Falcon world but me feels like this is going to be a blowout, right? Everybody in the Falcon world feels like we're going to go in there and dismantle these guys and
We are.
level them.
We
What
are.
concerns me about it, right, is the fact that this is a division game. This is a division game. You've just come off 2 incredible wins, right? 2 incredible last second wins, last minute wins, whatever. And now you're going into, the Panthers. And let's be honest, they suck, right? You got Seattle coming in next week, who's a decent team. I don't want our focus to be on Seattle. It's very easy to just think to yourself, okay, we got this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of feel like Carolina's going to give us a fight, right? They're like our little brothers. And, you fight
Yeah.
at home, your little brother's going to give you everything he's got. I've got 2 of them. Not that I've ever
Yeah.
fought my brothers, but I'm just saying, well, first off, my middle brother is bigger than me. So whatever. I just think that I think this game is going to be closer than what people think. Right? You
Yeah.
you think it's going to be a blowout. So Tiff, do me a favor. Give me a score. Give me the final score in your mind's eye of what it's going to be.
I'm gonna say 30-3.
Damn.
I just want to get them a field goal. We'll give them a field goal, maybe.
Damn.
Well,
30 to
okay,
3.
but I ain't gonna be like that 7. We'll give them a touchdown.
30 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Jack Spade, if you're out there, man, give me what you think the score is. I mean, I know we were talking about it earlier on One Time for the Fan, and you think gonna get in there and kick their little arses. So Jack, drop what you think the score is gonna be in there. Yeah. Jack says, sheesh. Yeah. I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for Jack. Tiff, you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right.
I've
Jack
been
says
waiting.
26 to 10. Jack says 26 to 10. Okay. I think it's probably going to be more like 24 to 14. You know, and
Okay, I like.
not that we'll play down to our competition, but I just think they're going to give us a fight. And we're coming off 2 very good home wins. We are going into there. I just think it'll be a closer game than what people think. Now I could be wrong. I mean, hopefully it's 26 to 10. Hopefully we beat them 52 to 3. Hopefully we beat them so bad that guess what? In the second half, we see Michael Penix come out there and sling the ball around and see what he can do.
Okay.
But I think this game's going to be closer than what they want it to be. So we'll see, guys. It'll be interesting. Some other things we need to do to win the game.
I I do have a quick question. 'Cause I think I asked the last. Well, I didn't ask. I was just
What you
wondering.
got? Go ahead. What you got?
I didn't see the game that the Carolina when they beat the Raiders. How in the world did that happen? How did they beat the Raiders? Like, did you
You
watch
know
that
what?
game?
You know what? I'm trying to say this and not. What up, Mateo? How you doing, brother? Rise
Hey,
up. Rise
rise
up,
up.
Mateo. Rise up. I'm trying not to be ugly about it, but
Oh yeah,
I might have to be ugly about it. So I used to be a manager um for a telecommunications company. And the one thing you notice when you have to terminate somebody is that is probably the most productive day in your workhouse. When other people see somebody get terminated, oh my God, everybody's on their job because they're afraid, right? And I think that was kind of the affect because remember they demoted uh what's his name? Oh God. Uh First round draft pick, whatever his name is. They demoted their QB1 and they brought in Andy Dalton. And I think the immediate affect of that was everybody's like, okay, we need to play. We need to really play for our jobs. We need to come out. And I don't know if it was adrenaline, but that was the immediate affect, right? And I think that and the Raiders are not the best team anyway. The Raiders seem to have a lot of chaos going on anyway, right? So they're not the most stable team themselves. Jack says Raiders don't
Okay.
have a quarterback to fit their system. That makes
Okay.
sense. Jack says we took Penix, and I'm sure the Raiders would have got him, and he would have been the starter. Absolutely. Mateo says Aints about to be the Raider now. Oh,
Oh yeah, they lost
mm.
Derek Carr out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think they're playing Slater. Is that his name, Slater or whatever? Is that? Oh, we got
Who-
C Dub.
Hey, C
C
Dub.
Dub in the building. What up, C Dub? How you doing, man?
Oh,
Did we
Okay.
lose him?
Yeah, we did. He'll be back. He'll come back in a sec.
Okay.
He'll come back. Um. So yeah, I mean, the Raiders are kind of in disarray right now. And I think, they just took advantage of that. I think everything just,
I
fell
had
in line
to.
for them. What up? What
Had
up?
to.
I'll put it to you like this, right? Golly, I don't know what it's something with his phone. I don't know, but I don't know
Rather,
if
rather,
you've
Raiders.
ever if you've ever played spades, Tiff. Do you play spades, Tiff?
I do.
Okay,
I play every day on my phone too.
that's what's up. So imagine this, right? Imagine that you're down by like 50 points. And you're not playing the game. You're actually playing right in your
Mm-hmm.
house. You're down by like 50 points. It's the last hand, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so, you say, look, or let's say you're down by 80 points. You say, all right, we're just going to go 10 just because that's the only thing we can do. You go
Yeah.
10, right? And everything just falls in your hand. Big joker, little joker, deuce of diamonds, deuce of spade, ace, king, queen, jack. Like you got a monster hand, right? That's what happened for the Panthers that day. Everything just fell in line for them. You get what I'm saying? Which
Yeah.
rarely happens. So I think the Panthers will probably be either pick number one or no more than pick number 4 or 5 in the NFL draft. Like I think they're gonna suck. I definitely think we're gonna beat them. I just think it's
Of
gonna be closer
course.
than most people.
Of
You know what I
course they
mean?
are.
So,
And the Aints gonna suck too. They going down.
you know what? Here's the thing about that, right? Slater didn't look too bad. Now,
Oh,
guess
he did.
what? Maybe they haven't. Again, there really isn't a book on them, right? So hopefully you're right. Hopefully they both do. I mean, hopefully they both suck. I mean, that would help us. I certainly would like it. They're playing against who? Tampa this weekend. Tampa's going to visit them, right? I think so. Tiff, you're muted. Hang on. Tiff, you
Yeah, I
there?
had. Yeah, I had to do something right quick. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
all good. That's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So Mateo says we better smack the Panthers like a warm-up game. We are well rested. Yeah, we are definitely well rested. Definitely well rested. Mateo also says, I want to see a Falcon blowout 48-10. Well, apparently everyone else does too, Mateo. You guys are all screaming for blood. Jack
Oh
Spade,
yeah.
every team goes through their trash period. Well, yeah, some more than others, Jack. I mean, the Panthers have been trash for ever since
Couple
2016? I mean, they've been
Yeah.
trash for a little while now.
Ever since
I don't
Cam stopped doing the super bad, hello. I don't know. That's the last
know.
time I kind of remember the Panthers being hot.
Yeah. You're right. You're right, Tiff.
Yeah.
Jack says Aints, Bucks, and Panthers will now face the music. Hey, man, I hope they do, brother. I hope they beat the snot out of each other and We just keep
Mm-hmm.
on winning, and it's a Falcon world, man. I can dig it. All right. So let me ask you this, Tiff, right? We go in there, right? We win. We're 4-2. We come back home. We're facing Seattle. We win that game 5-2. All right. So we're 5-2, leaving Seattle, going to play the Bucks. Is the division over at that point? Or in your mind's eye, if we win these next two games, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because one of the Saints or Bucks is going to lose. So if the
Okay.
Saints lose, they'll be 2-4. If the Bucks lose, they'll be, I think, 3-4 or whatever. Maybe even 2-4 as well. I don't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't
But
count them out just yet
not okay.
because we still have to play them one more time. Because I remember I was ahead of myself like that one time, like, oh, we got this. And I think the Falcons was still like ranking. We was tied with one of our divisional. I forgot what it was, who it was that year.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't understand why the other division was above us. And I think they said because they had won more games against us division wise. I forgot. You know what I'm trying to say.
I do. No.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're saying don't count your
yeah,
tickets
yeah.
before they had. So I get
But
it.
you know what? But now I'm gonna go on and say it. I'm that hard head fan. Now, yeah, the division over with. Bump all that. The division is over with and it's ours. I'm
Well,
gonna stop all this nice stuff. Yeah,
I
it's ours and it belongs to us.
well, hey, I look. I hope you're right. You know, Mateo says we only lost to AFC teams,
Okay, if you
beat
want.
all the NFC ops so far. Agreed. Let's see. Jack Spade is saying if we sweep the Aints and the Bucks, that's it, and he's right. Mateo says Bucks will be 3-3, Aints will be 2-4.
Okay.
And Jack Spade says we know Carolina getting smacked last game of the year, so it's a possibility of a sweep every team. It is, right?
Oh,
It
most
is.
definitely. In our house.
Definitely. Definitely. So let me ask you this. If, and I'm look, this is way out of left field. If the Falcons, right, it's probably irresponsible of me, but I'm gonna do it. If the
Go ahead.
Falcons go to the Super Bowl this year, are you going to New Orleans?
Oh yes, we have to. You going too? We all going. Everybody in this chat. Oh yeah, we going to New Orleans, baby. Who not gonna go? I'm going. Falcons head to toe. They ain't gonna be able to stand us. That'll be so sweet right there.
Okay. All right. So, look, Jack and I were talking about this earlier today. So, I'm just going to make it a theme of the day. Let's say we do go to the Super Bowl, right? Let's say we
Okay.
do go to the Super Bowl. It's 5 seconds left. The Falcons are up by 15 points. It's obvious we're about to win, right? What's the first thing you do?
I'm screaming. I don't know if I was jumping, screaming. Ooh! Oh, I probably just lay down and just, I don't know. I'm saying this really real. Like, oh my gosh, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's just gonna be a great feeling at that time. And it's coming for us. It's coming for us.
Mateo
Way over.
says, Tiff gonna have to get me on the field. Laugh out loud. Hey,
Yes.
let me tell you something, man. If it's like 10 seconds left. That's right, Vinny. Vinny says me and Spade's supposed to hit the field when they win. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a dare that they have for each other. Vinny, are you gonna be shirtless or no? I just need to know, Vinny. You keeping the shirt on or what's the deal? Mateo says, could you imagine a Falcon parade on Ain't soil? Man, I think it
Ooh.
would be poetic. I don't think there'd be anything any greater. Can you imagine it? Oh, they would be so mad. Oh, it would be. Oh, it would eclipse anything that was 28-3. You would never hear 28-3 again, or if you did, you wouldn't care. You really
Hey,
wouldn't.
April.
Jack Spade says, "Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, Vin."
Mm-hmm.
Ron. What up, Ron? How you doing, man? This is Ron. How you doing? You all right, Ron? Good to hear from you, brother. Hopefully all is well. Jack Spade says, oh, wait, who said Falcons parade in Nolans? Hey, Jack, I'm saying if we win the Super Bowl, man, you're there. You may as well. I mean, you
Might
may as
as
well, right? You're there. We'll have one there. And hell, we'll have one here too. Even if
in the
it's
A.
an impromptu one, you know what I mean? Hey, bro, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Vinny says, might as well go all out. Oh, so that means Vinny's going to be shirtless. Love it. Then Vinny says, not sure if I want to go to jail shirtless, though. Good point, Vinny. Good point. I don't think you do. All right. So Falcons win the Super Bowl, right? Because I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to shed some tears, right? I'm going to think of this year. I'm going to think of everything that we've been through. I'm going to think of 2016. I'm going to think of 1980. I'm going to think of 2012. I'm going to think of all the folks that are no longer with us, my dad, my mom, everybody that didn't get to see this day. And it's going to come down on me like a hammer. And I'm probably going to cry some tears. I'm going to fall on my knees. I'm going to praise God. I'm going to scream. I'm going to yell. And then I'm going to get up. And what I want to know from you is like, so Falcons win the Super Bowl. You're in your new reality. What do you do for the next 24 hours? Like once you take it in that holy shit, the Falcons have won the Super Bowl. They've conquered the summit. They've taken on all comers. What's that 24 hours like for you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm being honest with you. A lot of people know me for going live, talking junk, and that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm going live. I don't normally put the ad followers at everywhere. I'm gonna keep putting that on up under my live so they can see this message. And I'm talking all my ish. So all my haters, because they need to know and pay us our respect and say the Falcons name. For real. Yes. That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm coming home and letting it be known.
Jack Spade says, well, let's do the walkthrough November 9th. The Rise Up Tour fan club has a parade in Nolans. That in the business is known as a shameless plug. Way to go, Jack. Love it. And he's absolutely right. Let's do it. Those of you going to New Orleans on the November the 9th, there will be a parade with the Rise Up Tour. So, hey, man, let's do it. Third Party Action says, let's go Falcons. Love it. Mateo says, I'm getting the Barty trophy tatted above my Falcon tat and doing it myself.
Okay.
Now, hey, that's a good one. If we win the Super Bowl, Tiff, would you ever get a Falcon tattoo?
I'm still thinking about doing it before Super Bowl. It's on my to-do list. I need to go and get that Falcon tat regardless. Super Bowl, not. Yeah, I'm loyal to it.
I might do it. I have no tattoos currently, but I might. So my oldest daughter has a Falcons. She's all Atlanta, so I think she's got a sleeve of Hawks, Braves, Falcons on her arm. But I would consider it. Like I would consider it. Jack Spade says all Falcon fans are invited to the parade. The Falconator says post the parade route and hope they go slower than the Braves did. Oh hell yeah! Amen. Mateo says, I'm still calling three-peat. They say the Chiefs will be the first team to three-peat if they win. Let's destroy them hopes. Yeah. Amen. That would be great, right? Wouldn't it be great if it ended on a penalty on them? Wouldn't it be awesome? And we kick a field goal? You said what?
That get back from that game they cheated from, it's going to be
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm partying that whole night.
You know what? I can't party like I used to, Tiff, but I'm probably just gonna, man, I'm gonna rejoice. Like that's like I can't even imagine how I'm probably gonna be numb, right? Because to think about it, man, to just think about that one moment in time when you are the absolute best in the world and nobody can take that away. Man, I get emotional just thinking about that. And it would just be phenomenal. So I don't know how we ended up on this topic, but I just really feel like, look, man, if we just get one, I'm ecstatic. Like I can't imagine Madden coming out and the Falcons being the Super Bowl champs and they being the best team on the game. Like there's so many indicators and so many variables that just come out of them winning this championship. Not only that, but we will no longer be the laughing stock of the league. The Falcons will at that point have won their respect. Because guess what? You win a championship, they can't take that away. You know what I mean? They cannot take that away. I've played rec league sports all my life. I've won 5 championships. And let me tell you something. When the dust is settled, when all is said and done, and you are the best and there's no one better, that's a feeling you can't duplicate. That's a feeling you just have to experience it. And once you do, you want to do it again. And just what a time that would be, man. What a time that would be. So
It's coming.
I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. Let's see. Mateo says, I know I'm going to cry. I love my dirty bird. Hell yeah, Mateo. Hell yeah. Yeah, me too. No doubt about it. Mateo says, I think we beat Minnesota or Detroit in the NFC Championship. You know what? It could be one of them. You don't know who it. That's the thing about the NFC. It's kind of wide open, right? It could be Minnesota. It could be Detroit. It could be San Francisco. Because San Francisco last night looked like they were kind of piecing it together.
San Francisco.
Yeah, they look pretty good. So far, Minnesota's 5-0, right? But it's a long season. So let me ask you this, Tiff. Who are the teams that right now you think are going to be playoff teams, other than Minnesota, other than Detroit, other than San Francisco and Atlanta? Who are your 2 other playoff teams? Who do you think they would be?
I'm gonna give Ravens another shot.
I'm talking about in the NFC.
Oh,
in the
I'm
NFC.
sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, repeat that again. I'm sorry. I thought you asked who was gonna be in the playoffs.
It's okay. So in the NFC, right? Mm-hmm. Other than Minnesota, Detroit, Atlanta, and maybe San Francisco, who are your other teams? Your 2 or 3 other teams that you could see in the playoffs?
I can't say right now because I haven't been watching like I normally been watching because I can't say right now. I can't say.
It's all good. It's all good. Guess what, Tiff? That's why we have Google. So I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, I'm on my phone right now too, so I can't.
I got you. No, it's all good. It's all good. So, in the East, you got the Commanders who are 4-1. You got the Cowboys who are 3-2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cowboys always make the playoffs, but they just play off what you call that, champs.
They play off of what now? You said they play off of what now?
They play off champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean regular season champs? They can't do anything once they get. That's fair. I tell you what, the NFC North looks pretty good right now. So you know what? I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna take a look at the.
Who Mateo said I think Minnesota or Detroit.
Yeah. All right. So right now in the NFC, the Commanders are 4-1. The Cowboys are 3-2. The 49ers are 3-3. Seahawks are 3-3. Vikings are 5-0. Lions are 3-1. Falcons are 3-2. Bucks are 3-2. Right. So I was gonna say Green Bay, but you know what? It's wide open right now because there's so many winning teams. Dixon Way, how goes it, man? How are you? Hopefully all is well. Mateo says beat the Aints in ATL, then go to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Beat NO in Atlanta in the FC Championship, and then go to I'd love that. Beat Dan Quinn in Washington. All right, so he's just thinking about revenge bowls right now. Dixon Way says like button smash. So honestly, right now, I would say you'd have to consider Washington. You'd have to consider the Vikings and the Lions. The 49ers.
I'm sorry, I can't see it from my phone. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries. No worries. Um. So look, the way it's looking now, it'd be Vikings, Commanders, Falcons, 49ers, and then maybe Bears and or Bucks. I don't know. So it's still wide open right now. It's still wide open right now. Mateo says, "Oh, I want sweet revenge. Me too, especially against those damn Chiefs." Mateo agreed 100%.
We gonna get it. We gonna get it.
I hope so, man. I really do. I definitely hope so. So, Tiff, we're looking at the playoffs. Last week, Kirk Cousins threw for 509 yards. Do you think that our offense in week 5 has finally arrived?
I think so. And I think, like I mentioned in the shows before, I think it's gonna get better and better every game.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it finally arrived. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's a fair assessment. Dixon Way says, "Do you guys see the Seahawks versus, or did you guys see the Seahawks versus the 49ers game? I hope we get that Geno Smith next weekend." Yeah, I hope so too, Dixon Way, but we got to get pressure on him. You know, the thing about him is those 49ers were bringing pressure, man. What's his name is a beast.
Who
Number
won that game
97.
last night?
49ers won at 36-24. Now, the thing
Okay.
about that game, okay, the thing about that game is, you know, and I got to call him on it. What's his name? DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf has got to do better. So there were two instances. There's an instance where he's downfield and Geno throws him the ball and he just sits there waiting for the ball to come to him with his arms like this, right? And the problem with that is you're in tight coverage. There are guys around you. So any receiver who's played football for any length of time has always been taught, go up and catch the ball at its highest point. Now, DK is 6'5". I don't know how tall the other guy was, but he's 6'5". If DK goes up to catch that, it's not even close. It's not even contested. It's not a deal. But he sits there and waits on it, and the play gets broken up. The other thing DK did was in the end zone, he makes a catch, but he doesn't get his toes down, right? And again, any receiver's coach will tell you, hey, when you catch the ball, you got to go dead stick, right? So you get 1 foot down, that other toe you got to drag. DK doesn't do that. So he cost them a very long play because that catch where he didn't go up to high point it would have been caught on the 20 or the 10, and the other one was in the end zone. And I say that to say that Geno Smith didn't play that bad, Dixon Way. You know, because again, if DK can go up and high point it and catch it, oh, we got C-Dub arriving. C-Dub, how we doing, man?
Welcome back.
I hate technology. I hate drywall. I hate cleanup. And I hate my back. So, but with all that being said, what's up with y'all good people today?
C-Dub, man, we're glad to see you make it, man. Glad to see you're here, man. Fighting the elements, fighting your body, fighting all circumstances, man. Taking on all comers. I got to celebrate you for being here, bud.
Really I appreciate you. No worry. I was going to make it for you. My screen is all jacked up. What was it? While we were doing the sheetrock, a couple of things fell on my monitor, busted it. So I had to get another monitor or a monitor that was in another room. And needless to say, everything is like magnified. But I have this small itty picture of you guys. So that's kind of throwing me off. So eventually this will all get fixed. But right now, I am in hell.
It's all good, man. You look like you have superpowers, like you have the ability to disappear. You know what I mean?
Well, if I go backwards enough, I can. But
like you're the Invisible Girl's brother from the Fantastic Four.
Not that I'll say that. I remember how he went. I even though I haven't seen Deadpool in one, but I will though.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So Mateo says Seattle Atlanta game would be a 1-point win, maybe field goal. DK gonna respect AJ this season. Watch. Okay, I can dig it. So CJ, we're talking, a lot of stuff tonight. We've talked about the winning traits of a team.
Yep.
We've talked about the things we need to do to keep winning. And then we talked about what we would do on that magical, majestical moment when the Falcons win the Super Bowl. So now I got to ask you this. Deadpool Wolverine was awesome. It was awesome, by the way, Dixon Way. But C-Dub, it's 15 seconds left, right? Falcons are up by 15 points. It's obvious they're going to win. What are you doing in that moment? I got to know. What's going on with you in that moment? What are you doing?
Making sure that I'm not about to die because, I would not believe it until I saw it. But what was it? Honestly, it's one of those. It's just kind of would be shock and awe. And I would go wild and crazy, but it would just be one of those moments where you go, it finally happened, And my thing is this. I don't want to think about it because I kind of want to, it's like this. When I was younger as a fan, I would always think about that. And honestly, the closest we ever got was that 28-3 game. And, I was hooting and hollering, but that second half, man, changed me. It made me into a hard man. So, not in a way I was angry with the Falcons, but it was just like, this is the ultimate reality.
It's trauma. It's trauma. It is trauma. And anybody who says it isn't trauma just isn't aware. Go ahead.
One of the questions was, do I see the traits in the team in 2016? Do I see the team now? I'm going to be really honest with y'all. No, because 2016 was more of a front-running team. I never really saw them in that season have the fight that this team has.
Okay.
And we haven't really clicked yet. Not saying that we won't. I'm just saying, those are some things I think about when we talk about those two teams. And it would be look, like Ric Flair said, with a tear in my eye.
Bro,
but yeah,
tell you something. Go ahead. I'm sorry, C-Dub. Go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's no slight that they're not alike. But I will say this: the fight that this team has, that is what makes me a fan of this team. To me, this team particularly has that dog. They have that fight. They have that. No matter what, we're going to keep on. No matter what situation's going on, too.
Yes.
And I guess the other thing, about Carolina, I've told people this, and I wish I could have done podcasts today, the past week, but I couldn't. But here's my thing. This is the ultimate test for Raheem Morris, not for the team. We know what the team is. Raheem Morris, can he elevate this team to not look past the Carolina Panthers? Can they be humble and be ready to take out the Panthers and not overlook them? That has always been the kryptonite of Falcons. If you looked at the past seasons, I'm talking even in Michael Vick, Matt Ryan, they always lost to teams they had no sense in losing to. Am I right, Tiff?
Right. I agree.
So this is, to me, the one game I'm actually looking back on. I want to see how this team responds, because this can be one of those games that can, I wouldn't say a launching point, because everyone's going to look at you and go, well, you should have beat them. So that's the kind of rub you're going to get. You're not going to get the, man, you guys kick butt. Watch what the Falcons are doing. No, they're going to just go, okay, you were supposed to win. So now this is where you're in that lull period of, you're not going against the super strong teams, but they're still dangerous. I think Seattle is going to be more like a wounded dog than anything. But yeah, Carolina, the one thing I want to see out of this game in Carolina, I just want to see the defense get after Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
I want to see us actually, it's like we only got 5 sacks, and a lot of people go, well, but look how we're playing. We're still 29th on offense or on third down and in the red zone. So those things need to get picked up. that huge game by Kirk Cousins, that was awesome. We need more of that. But we also need to stay on the field.
Yeah. I like what you said about when it matters most, and I agree with you. And first and foremost, I want to get to Dixon Way. Dixon Way says, I would be in tears if, F that, when the Falcons win the championship. And let me tell you something. I resoundingly agree. I'm going to be honest with you. Falcons win the Super Bowl, that first hour is probably just going to be me boo-hooing. And not because I'm sad, but because of everything that we've been through as a franchise.
Think about that. If we all just got together as a Falcon content for a Super Bowl party, all of us are going to be looking the same way. You're going to think it's a damn revival, and everyone's just hugging like their family again. New Year's Eve, everybody loves everybody. We're just going to hug everybody. No one's fighting. We're all dancing. We're all going to have tears.
Bro, it's again. I cannot think of another moment like it. Like the first time the Braves won it in 95, I was excited. I was happy. I was thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
When we won it in 21, I was ecstatic. But my first love has always been the Falcons.
Yeah.
It's the first sports team I ever watched. I can remember my dad and I watching it. I can remember, oh, man. I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it. Like, that moment is just going to be, I can't describe it, but I know I'm probably going to be, my kids are going to be looking at me like I'm an idiot because I'm not going to be able to do anything but cry for about an hour because I'm going to think about my parents are gone. I got friends that died that didn't see this. They're Falcons that deserve to get a ring. Like Tony Gonzalez deserved to get a ring. I'm brokenhearted that he didn't get one. William Andrews, Steve Bartkowski deserved a ring. F the Cowboys for what they did in 80, goddammit. F the 49ers for what they did in 2012. Matt Ryan, you deserve one. Harry Douglas, you deserve one.
Roddy White deserved
Todd
it.
McClure, you deserve one. Roddy White. So I'm going to be feeling for those guys and every Falcon fan who's ever stood toe-to-toe with any other asshole taking all of the shit that you got to take. It's going to be our collective moment of finally, we are here. And nobody can take this moment away. And God damn it, right now, we are the best in the world. And I can't wait for it. And I'm going to get off my soapbox, but I'm on one tonight.
Oh, that's all good.
Shonda says, hey, everyone.
Hey, Shonda.
Dixon Way says, we haven't won in Carolina in 2 years. We better not fall into this trap game. Yeah, Dixon Way, that was my concern. That was my concern, right? And C-Dub, it's so weird at how you and I are aligned because Jack and I were talking this morning, and Jack's like, oh, we want to go in there and beat them by 4. I'm like, Jack, I just want to win because you got to understand this. They suck. This is a trap game, and it is very easy to look next week towards Seattle. And you got it. And it's like what you said, Raheem has to have these guys focused. Yeah. So I agree with you 138%, man. I just think this team, and Tiff, you can back me up here. I don't think that 2016 team wins this past game that we had. And again, no disrespect to them. Again, Matt Ryan, first ballot Hall of Famer. Julio Jones, first ballot Hall of Famer. Love all of those guys. We'll never forget those guys because they took us on the journey, and that is one of the most fun teams that I've ever watched in Falcon fan history. Like, that team was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they had the defense to stand up when they needed to stand up to do that. I just don't. So, to me, that's where I agree with you. This team has the rare traits to win on. Look, it's 4th and whatever. The offense can't do anything. Defense, we need you to make a stand, and they do it. Hey, special teams, we don't have it today. We need you to create a turnover, and they do it. And I think that's what separates certain teams from others, right? Yeah. I don't know where this will end up, but I really have a great feeling about this. Tiff, answer this question for me. So you say that our offense has arrived, right?
Yes.
In your mind's eye, Does that mean that going forward, Kirk is passing for 280 to 300 yards a game? Are we talking about 3-4 touchdowns a game? Like, now that this offense has arrived, they scored 36 points last week. What do you say our score is going forward? Are we averaging 24, 28 points? Like, what, in your mind's eye, now that our offense has arrived, what do you think will be our average score per game?
It's gonna be between 28. I'm even top it off to 36, even though we won it in overtime.
Damn. Okay.
It's gonna be in that range because if you think about it, every game, even the games that we lost, it haven't been a blowout. We've
No,
been
it
staying
hasn't.
with them. We've been staying with them. I give them credit, even staying with the Chiefs the way they did. The refs had to cheat us out because they know we gave them a run for their money.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really close. I asked them to take care of me.
So, C-Dub, same question. Well, first and foremost, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the offense has arrived? It's been 5 weeks. They've gotten better week by week by week. They put up a 36 burger on Tampa, even though they may have been, sans or without a few players. They put up 36 points on them. They put up 509 yards on them. In your mind's eye, has this offense arrived, or do we have some more work to do? What are your thoughts?
I know the show's I'm supposed to be positive, but I'm just gonna this is how I am. This is who I am. I watch. We're getting there.
Okay.
And that's what I keep trying to tell people. We're getting there. And the reason why I say it that way, I've got to see Kurt and Kyle Pitts connect some more. I got to see Bijan let loose. And what I mean by Bijan let loose, because I know people want to get on Bijan or say he's not the guy, or he's not the look. I need Zach Robinson to look at Bijan like the all joystick that every kid wanted with the turbo buttons back in the Contra days. You had that joystick, all you had to do is put your fingers on the button and you were gone. That's basically what you got to do with Bijan. You've got to let him have that space. Find ways of doing it. And, get creative. This is where, the old saying, well, offensive coordinators, they get all the coaching jobs. Why? Because a lot of them are creative. A lot of them, kind of think outside the box to get the mismatches they need. And that's how I look at Bijan. I know there's some people that said, I don't want my running back having all-purpose yards. When I heard that, I wanted to look at the person and go, obviously you are a coach from a Cracker Jack box because you obviously don't know what you're talking about. Because if my running back can catch the ball, can run the ball, there's a guy his name was Marshall Faulk, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he did just that. LaDainian Tomlinson did just that.
Yeah.
There are many running backs that can do that. Bijan has that trait. I see it, and that's why I say we're not just there. Now, I know a lot of people love Tyler Algier. I know. I love the hammer too, but here's the thing. When they put Tyler in that game against the Bucs, you saw the Buccaneers were not playing. They were not letting Tyler get off at all. But when Bijan started getting to be moved around, started getting going in the fourth, you saw the offense even click better because now you have to be mindful of Bijan, but Kurt's already cooking. So that's what I'm saying. We haven't really gotten to that point, but I see it. And, I don't think it'll be a bad thing if Kurt's like under 250, but if he's spreading the ball around, getting the guys in the right position, the running game's clicking, and our defense is setting him up, hey, I'm good with that. But that's why I said this game is all about going in there, looking at Carolina, not as a losing team, but you just look at them like you're in our house. Well, wait a minute, it's our house. No, this is my house now. I took over. I walked in. You're now in my way. And and that's the mindset you have to have. The coach, and it starts with the coach. That's why I need to see Raheem be that difference maker. Because I've always seen our Falcons team lose a game, and we always go, how the heck did we lose that game? We have those games. Last year with the Colts, or what was it? When we played the Vikings with the
Panthers.
Yes.
We had that with the Panthers last year.
9-7.
We had, hey guys, look, I don't even want to look. No disrespect to Ritter, he plays the game. He's a quarterback.
Thank you.
I don't want to relive that.
Would you
okay? Look, I look at it like this: that was a toxic relationship for our Falcons. We are out of it. We now have a good quarterback. We don't have to look back, man. But Dixon Way says the Falcons score 22 points or more, they have won every game, or when they do, they've won every game. That is the magic number for this season, guys. Agreed. Dixon Way says when the Falcons fail to score 22 points, they've lost. That's true. Zach gets cute sometimes in short yardage situations.
He does. I agree.
And Dixon Way says 28-9, Falcons dominate if Coach Raheem has us focused. And that's 100% correct. God, I'd love to have Dixon Way on here, man. Hey, Dixon Way, the Braves don't have a game tonight. Dixon Way, can you jump on? Ritter was, yeah, he was. Or as Dixon Way would say, Ritter.
Yeah, and not just the garbage juice.
Ritter was, yeah.
Oh, hey, that man was.
Let me know if you can jump in the chat, man. Matter of fact, I'm just going, and I don't know if Ron's still out there. Hell, I'll just throw the link out there. How about that? I know.
I haven't been around, so I apologize, everybody. But it's just
it's all
drywall's no fun. I tell you,
it's all good. It's all
and then we all need to sing "Happy Birthday" to Larry if he comes on in.
Oh, it's today's birthday?
I think it was just a couple of days ago. It was his birthday.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I heard he's 29 times.
Hey man, hey, you know what? I don't even do that, man.
Birthday.
I know I'm old, so it's all good. Happy birthday, Dixon Way.
Yeah, we hope you celebrated properly.
Yeah, Ron, if you're out there, jump in, man. I should have, and I'm sorry, Ron. I should have did that. Hit Ron up. See if he wants to game. My bad, Ron. I'm sorry. I got caught up. I got caught up in my Super Bowl dreams. What you got, Tim? Huh?
Oh, I've been saying no.
We winning. So. What up, Dixon Way? How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I'm trying to live.
1974, man.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Happy birthday. Wait, so you're 50?
Yeah.
You are 50. Holy crap. Look, are you doing something?
He got that nifty 50 birthday.
Right. I'm 54. Are you hey man, you definitely look young.
Thanks for our parents.
Are you doing anything? It's Friday, bro. Like, are you doing anything for the weekend or what?
I mean, my birthday was on the 9th, so
okay.
I already had a wonderful time with the wife and my son. Okay. I'm good, man.
All right. Well, hey, man, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
That's right. Happy birthday, Larry.
50 is a special occasion, man. So I hope it's epic, man.
I'm 3 years away from it.
There you go.
Enjoy it. So, Dixon Way, you've been here, man. You've been hearing all of this and talking about it. We go in here this weekend. What are some must-dos that we need to execute? And I know the Panthers suck, but still, they get paid like everybody else. In your mind's eye, what are some must-dos that we have to take care of this weekend to ensure a victory?
We need to be able to sack the quarterback. We need some pass rush.
Okay.
Matthew Judon said there's no excuse. I don't want to hear it. We got to be better as a unit, plain and simple.
Okay.
They had to. The only game that the Panthers really had a chance, got their dub is when people did not put pressure on the Red Rifle and he slung it all over the place.
Okay.
So regardless on how we score, we don't want to give this team any kind of momentum or belief that they can beat us. We need to come out. Well, hopefully we actually can defer. But we've been receiving the ball all the time. We can defer, kick them the ball, stop them, get the ball, go straight down the field, kicking the ball again, get a turnover, score again. Now you basically done, took their heart out. I need a dominant game. This need to be the most pristine, all phases game. Not that I know that Coach Raheem said that the New Orleans was an all phase game. No, it wasn't, because the offense didn't give us no points.
No,
I need
didn't.
all phases.
Right.
I don't need us coming back in the fourth quarter. And when I need from the door, from the kickoff, we need to be on top, like this. Special teams was bad last week. So again, we gotta have a full game, because I'm looking at this stretch right here, games. We can go on a run. Like a serious run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I anticipated us being 3-2 from, my guesstimation of the season, how it's going to flow. So I'm just looking at things like, man, if right now, not saying that games are easy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see a game that we will not be favored in. If I go to the Falcons schedule right now, I look at it and I see the Panthers. All right. Seahawks at the crib. Go to the Panthers. We should win both of those. But again, pass rush got to get there, man. All this pass rush got to get there. And when we had interceptions like AJ had right in the middle, hit him right in the hands, I guess, I don't know. That's about the cleanest pick you ever going to get. So you got to catch that, bro. I don't want to hit no, oh, man. Come on, bro.
You got to catch.
You can't be out there like a defensive lineman. You getting paid the second highest amount in the corner in the league, bro. I need you to intercept the ball, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, AJ. They not even going at you. They going at oh yeah. We're gonna have to send help wherever Whitfield go. Is it Whitfield or Whitmore? Junior, who was getting number 33. Number 33, who came in for D Alfred. He was getting fricasseed up in there, bro.
Was that Hamilton? Or
was it whoever it was?
Yeah, he was getting
whoever it was. He was getting fricasseed. Number 33 was getting fricasseed. I was like, man, take that number off, man. It's a running back number. What are you doing?
Oh man. So Tiff, let me ask you this question. In your mind's eye, who is the MVP of the Falcons thus far in these 5 games? Who is the player that has stood out to you the most in these 5 games we've had?
That's hard. Kirk Cousins came to my mind first. Something about McCool. I got to give it to Cool. Cool just always I'm giving it to Cool.
Okay.
The Cool. Yes.
All right. For me, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tiff. Go ahead.
I took her, but the top 3 that came to my mind were Cousins, Cool, and Hodge.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. For me, it's Darnell Mooney. I think he's been consistent. I think he's been running routes. I think he has been a godsend. Now, he has definitely benefited from Drake, and I got to give Drake some love. Drake is like the fastest. I gotta think about it, because they were talking about it the other day, but he's like the fastest at his age to like a certain amount of yards receiving. And I apologize for not knowing the stat, but the point is Drake has done this with quarterbacks named, here we go, Dixon Way, Ridder and Heineke. Okay.
Yeah,
Ridder. And I mean, that's an amazing stat to me, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because what that says to me, imagine if he had a real quarterback his entire, like, just imagine, right?
Well, we're seeing it now. We're seeing it.
We are.
We're seeing it. He makes tough catches with people hanging all over him like it's nothing.
All over him. And he
the
runs
ball with
hard.
the fingertips.
and he runs hard. So,
Yeah, he run hard too. Yeah.
I'm kind of halfway stuck between Drake and Mooney, but I'm gonna give it to Mooney because Mooney seems to be like our third and whatever guy, our backup guy, our we gotta have it guy. Because Drake sometimes is double covered, sometimes Kyle is I don't know whatever the hell. And so for me, it's Drake. Dixon Way, for you, who's the MVP of the Falcons thus far? 5 games.
There's only one person that I could even utter, and that is number 3, Jesse MFing Bates.
Yeah.
Look at him, man.
Agreed.
Look at this defense. Whatever we're doing, whatever we're trying to get a stop, he always got his nose in there. Some way, somehow, knock the ball away. Walk off pick at the end of the game. Closer. Punching the ball out.
Yeah.
Jesse Bates has been a grown man. He is the best player on this team without question. It's been Jesse Bates. MVP of the Falcons this year. Period, point blank. We don't have Jesse Bates. I don't know how many games we don't won. Those are the facts.
Yeah. That's true.
I like how he's trying to take the ball too from the offense.
Yeah.
I love it.
Give me that ball. Yeah.
He did it twice in the last game, didn't he? He did it twice. Now,
Yeah,
one
he
time
did.
we got it back, but he punched it out twice.
The first time they weren't ready for it, then he told them on the sideline, I'm going to do it again. Y'all better be ready. That's what happened. He said, I'm going to do it again because the ball was just sitting there and nobody was looking. And he trying to get to it, but he just punched the ball out and it rolled by 2 Falcon players. This time he probably went on the sideline like, look at him, man, punching the ball out. Y'all better look down and be aware, bro. Y'all better catch y'all awareness up. Y'all better pick y'all awareness on all men and stop being on rookie. You know what I'm saying? He need to get them pitches when he gets.
Exactly. All right, so we all know who our MVPs are. What about the Falcons that need improvement thus far? I'm not gonna say they're bad. They have some focus areas and some work that they need to do. Tiff, I'm gonna start with you again. In your mind's eye, who needs a little improvement going forward? Who do we need more from? Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
I would like to see more from Pitts.
Okay.
I would like to see more from Pitts because I think right before he was out, he was shining, but it seemed like for some reason since he's been back, I can't call it. Hadn't been. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to see him. Shine like he did when he first was on that team. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, in all fairness, I think he did have 8 catches the other night, so maybe that's a coming out party for him too. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? He had a good night. I mean, hell, everybody on offense had a good night.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
But again, that's a fair assessment. I've heard that before. Dixon Way, who is it for you? What Falcon is it for you that we need to see improvement from?
Without question, is Zach Robinson.
Wow. Okay.
Without question, Zach Robinson.
All right.
The first game we came out, we ran. Kirk Cousins did not run under center. I don't think that was Kirk. I think that was more Zach Robinson. Just want to be in the shotgun so much. Our inability to pick up short yardage. Our lack of offensive power in the red zone. There's a rookie offensive coordinator learning on the job. Any inconsistencies or stuff like that, I feel like it's more the offensive coordinator than the players.
Okay.
I feel like we're not being put in the best situations when we get from the 20s. Between the 20s, I feel like we're fine. You know what I'm saying? But once you get that field, get congested. Now, I need to see what you can do. I'm not calling a stretch play on 4th down and inches. 4th down and inches, and I'm not having a halfback block for my other halfback to do a zone blocking scheme. No. if that's your number one play to get 1 yard in the NFL, because every coach had their go-to plays. I can go get 5 yards. I can go get 1 yard. I might be able to go get 10 yards. But if that's your number one, I'm gonna go get 1 yard. You need to throw your playbook away and go get a new one because that was garbage. And I'm not letting nobody, no one on planet Earth can convince me otherwise. I had to debate with Titus. Shout out to Titus in the Waffle House. He said, and I understand. You say if Tyler Algiers make that block, Bijan might be still running. I understand that, but you run a zone running back scheme with a halfback. How many times he done blocked in his life? Well, I was a running back. I understand that, bro. But what I'm saying is, you in heavy set formation.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins does not have the ability to do the naked bootleg and outrun anybody to the outside.
Correct.
We've seen that. You know,
Correct.
so if he can't do that, you don't have the option to naked bootleg, get to the outside and walk into the end zone. Because even Ritter could have did that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing Ritter could do is run.
That was his best play.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, we have Chris A1,
what up, Chris?
my dude,
What's
A1
going on,
Forever,
family?
A1 Forever Sports and 95 North. What it do, Chris? How you doing, man? I didn't mean to cut you off, Dixon Way.
Oh, no problem. No
Nah,
problem.
what's good, family? How y'all feeling?
All
I'm good,
brother.
man. Good.
Glad to have you tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How was
so
your birthday, Larry?
Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you wearing this
man.
shirt that Shonda got for me.
Okay. I like it.
Man. That's cool.
But
man.
it has to be Zach Robinson.
Okay.
Anything else is uncivilized.
So, Chris, we just went through who our MVP of the Falcons was to this point, and we all had different answers. And then we're now going through who the Falcon is that needs to improve, or who the Falcon is that we need more from at this point. So I believe the lovely Tiff Rain said Kyle Pitts. And the Dixon Way, the savage sage that he is, the master of wisdom, said Zach Robinson, and I can't really disagree with either one of them. Chris, who do you think is the Falcon that we need to see improvement from?
Well, first of all, who did you guys pick for MVP?
Okay,
Falcons so far?
I think Tiff said Kirk Cousins, and I said
number 3.
Yeah, I said Darnell Mooney, and Dixon Way said Jesse Bates.
Oh, okay, because that's my MVP.
Yeah, I mean, you could make an argument for Jesse hands down. He's been in every game. He's the quarterback of that defense, and he definitely, you can see his impact all throughout that defense. So,
and he definitely obviously been working out in the offseason with Pat Tillman and Charles Tillman, and nobody knew about it or something.
You're talking about
the peanut punch
that
is
ball,
definitely
right?
The peanut punch is definitely in effect when Jesse Bates is around.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, you think about it, he's really made plays. We've heard his name, seen his number in plays in every game this year. So, at MVP, I got to go with number 3 for now. But it's a long season. We're gonna see what happens. But yeah, first 5 games, I got to give it to Jesse. As far as like somebody who needs to improve, I got 2 guys. I got 2 on.
Who you got?
2 on.
Who you got?
Man, they both on defense. Their name is Arnold Albuquerque and Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah, man.
Those two jokers right there getting on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man, because Judon has nobody on that opposite side to rush the passer.
I find myself watching the game going just a little bit. Come on, guys. Just like you're rooting for it and you can almost see it happen. And it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. And to that end, guys,
if they were going to be like this, for family, I just would have rather had just went ahead and re-signed Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
Back.
I get it. You know what? I mean, it's not like they're not trying. It's not like they're not trying. We need more. We need more. But to that end, guys, right? There was a show with your counterpart, Chris, Smitty, and Bro Talk this week, and they discussed us potentially trying to get Myles Garrett from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
while I don't think we have a stone's chance, and you know what, I'd love to know your thoughts about it. So let's start with Tiff. Tiff, Smitty and Bro Talk had a quick 30-minute show about, hey, what if we went and got Myles Garrett, who's a definitive rusher from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that, Tiff? What are your thoughts on going to get Myles Garrett, giving up a 3rd-round pick or even a 2nd-round pick for him? What are your thoughts on that? If that's an option.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. My phone was going in and out.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I had to go. It's a concert over here too. I'm sorry.
Oh no. If you got to drop off, that's cool. You got to go?
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right, Tiff, we'll see you next week.
Okay, I'm gonna see y'all
Thank
next
you
time.
for joining us. All right. Dixon Way, you there?
Yep.
All right. So your thoughts on the Falcons picking up Myles Garrett? You for it? You're against it? How realistic is it? Do we have it in the budget? Go.
We don't have it in the budget. I would absolutely love it. He's one player that I would definitely break the budget for. Thank you, son. I would definitely break the budget for him, but I'm just not sure how we will be able to afford him. Only person outside of him I would love is Max Crosby. Max Crosby is 27 years old. He's in the upper echelon of pass rushers too, and the Raiders may be on a fire sale also. They're just waiting for the shoe to drop. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, either one will be great. I don't know who else you're going to move money around to get. I'm against getting Hassan Reddick. When your agent drops you, it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something going on with your agent who likes money. It's like, we got to drop. We got to go our separate ways. So if the agent's going to drop you, that means that you're a firm, like you're not playing unless you get a new deal. And we're not going to give him $22 to $25 million. And we ain't seen him play. So it's not going to happen. So I don't know, man. I mean, I need another pass rush on the other side. What's the guy? It starts with an O on the Giants. He may come free too.
Yeah, is that his name?
He may become free also. So there's guys out there that we can go seek to get it. But again, we got to have somebody on the other side because I feel like Matthew Judon is busting his tail out there. You know, and I mean, I gotta look at both my middle linebackers have to play better. Even though Troy definitely had a breakout game before he got hurt, so hopefully he can rekindle that, and then that'll be the thing that sparks him to become the guy that they took a risk on because he never really played middle linebacker. He was just an athlete. So hopefully that can spark him to be that middle linebacker guy that we need. But we also need somebody on the opposite side of Judon. We need to be able to pinch him. Right now, we ain't been able to pinch him.
Yeah.
And we playing 3-4. I don't know if we got 3-4 personnel.
I don't think we do.
Especially with Arnold Ebiketie or Lorenzo Carter not being able to do nothing on the outside. So actually, I like yours better than mine, Chris, because I said Zach Robinson. But yeah, those two guys right there. At least Zach Robinson was orchestrated at 509 yards. So, yeah, those two guys ain't really doing nothing over there. They getting ran by. They ain't doing well on run, on defense, or pass rush. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. But, yeah. I would love Myles Garrett. Oh, my goodness. I would. Myles Garrett and Judon. Now you got somebody that has to get double teamed. Now, then, if our linebackers don't make plays in the backfield, then it's time for them to go for real. Like, it's not even a question. You have Myles Garrett right there in front of you. He demands a double team every time he steps out there. And you don't just play him on one side. You line him up against the weakest offensive lineman and let him work. And you play off of that. Those are the type of guys that, you know what I'm saying, like the TJ Watts and the Max Crosby. Those guys wreak havoc and destroy your offensive game plan. I would love to have Myles Garrett. I don't know if we can afford it.
Yeah, agreed. Chris, how you feel about it?
Hey, man. Well, first of all, if Cleveland continues to lose, I mean, I'll say, man, pick up the phone, make a phone call. This is just, just probe. Just see what's going on, man, because the Falcons need pass rush. Again, Lorenzo Carter and Arnold Abercrombie, they have not been living up. I know if they want a second rounder, they honestly can have the second rounder for Myles Garrett. And as far as like making the money work, this year, I believe he's making like 16 mil. So you would have to maneuver the money around to even try to make that match for the salary for this year. But I'm just saying, you do that for a guy like Myles Garrett. You figure it out. Maybe you gotta let somebody go, maybe re-sign him to the practice squad or something. I mean, so be it. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, at the end of the
Maybe
day,
just talk to
that's
this
Myles Garrett. That's
Wade.
Myles Garrett, family. And he'll definitely make your defense better. Judon will be able to pin his ears back and go after the quarterback, and he knows he has somebody that, like Larry was saying, they can definitely pinch. And like you said, we're not pinching, and we're not able to having enough guys that can get to the quarterback right now. And honestly, Myles Garrett would be perfect. I would do it. I would move the money around. I would figure something out to get him down here in an Atlanta Falcons jersey. And then honestly, the contract is not too crazy. In the offseason, you have to make some things, move some money around in order to keep the contract. But yeah, man, we're having these kind of discussions because we're seeing what's on the field already, and it hasn't been what it is, and we're seeing it early, and we're just playing the long game with this. And my thing is, eventually stuff like that catches up to you when you can't get to the quarterback. We've seen it so many times that we've seen teams that have so much potential where they can't get the quarterback on the ground, and it eventually starts biting them in the butt. And I just don't want that to happen to our team. We got to figure something out. And I think that's why this game is important. It looks like it's a nothing game, but this really is a get right game. This is a get right opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons, because if you can't generate sacks, forget all the pressure stuff. Okay, let's throw that out the window. If you can't generate sacks against this offensive line that has lost its starting center, and that their veteran that's been there since 2017, possibly going to be out too, I believe. So you have a banged up offensive line. They're not necessarily a good team, regardless of being a divisional rival. If you can't generate sacks against these guys, you have a real problem. Like, you have a real problem. So it's going to be really interesting seeing this Sunday. Like, how do we generate our pass rush? Like, are we getting sacks? Because we got Onyemata, he got a sack. We know Grady don't got some sacks. Judon, I think, a sack and a half. So I mean, we know those guys have put in work, but I mean, we need more. We need more, man. We just need more. And I'm gonna be looking at those guys in particular that's rushing the passer to see what they can do. They can't generate it against these Panthers, man. It's like we're gonna be 6 games in, and it's like it's kind of getting to the, all right, this is who you are. We're getting almost to that point of this is who you are. So again, if that becomes available to the point to where they want to make that move, I say you do it. I say you call them and even try to probe them to make the move. Like, because honestly, you go back to, why you giving up all the draft picks? You giving up the draft picks. And I ain't studying that, because first of all, in the second round, outside of Bergeron and the potential of Aurora, outside of them two, we ain't got no good second round. I mean, and I know Troy Anderson was a part of that too, but the jury is still out. So that's what I'm saying.
Atlanta Bird says, good evening, gents. So, guys, let me ask you this question.
Family.
What if trading for this gentleman, right, Mr. Myles Garrett, what if the asking price is Kyle Pitts? Do you do it?
Can Kyle Pitts rush the passer?
He cannot. And
okay.
I think,
Last time I
and
thought.
I think he's got a contract coming up next year.
And
So
and to be honest with you, it's so funny that you said that, T. Will. I told you what I told you about that telepathy thing the other day. Now, because honestly, for moves like that to be made, like, because it's, even if, like, for a guy, like, for example, it's people that wanted Devontae Adams. I even took a look at it myself, but that would be kind of like something that you would have to do. You probably would have to let go Kyle Pitts just for the money to make sense, to
right,
get the cap space.
right.
So, and Kyle Pitts, that would be a big chunk, and then you probably still have to make maybe one or two small moves to make it work. But but for me, if they say, okay, Devontae is out there, cool. Myles Garrett is available, man. The hell with Devontae Adams. I'm going after Myles Garrett.
Right.
Straight up and down. So, but that would be something you possibly have to give up. You may have to give up Pitts, but would they want Pitts? I know they like Njoku, but it's like, are you settled with that? If you could get a Kyle Pitts, if you're looking at that, put him with Deshaun Watson, maybe something can work out that way. I don't know. But my thing is, do the Falcons, like, never mind what the fans will do. Do the Falcons make that move? Do Terry make that move and say, hey, look, the Kyle Pitts thing really didn't work out. This is a chance to get a premier pass rusher who is still under 30, and we can make him an Atlanta Falcon and be rushing the passer with him, possibly Judon. Like, it's going to start going to, okay, let's start putting some money into the defense to try to win now.
Yeah. I would definitely do it.
Hell yeah.
I would do it because
if I'm Terry, I'm doing it. But that's me.
Kyle is a phenomenal athlete, but you can probably get another Kyle, another Myles Garrett. I don't know that they exist like that. So, you'd be killing two birds, one stone. If you're going to sign him next year, then don't even make the trade, because you're not going to have the money because of what he's going to require. So if you're not going to sign him next year, go ahead and move him. Because again, we got enough weapons now. We'll be all right we will be all right if Kyle's not on. And no disrespect to Kyle. Again, Kyle.
No,
love you, man. Great.
It ain't no disrespect to Kyle. But it's who becomes available and who already has a contract, and you can possibly restructure. You can move some things around. You can have some conversations, because it's already a contract in place. Kyle, not so much. And I'm sorry. I said this one time before. People called me crazy. People called me ugly, but I'm going to say it again. Look, what is Kyle Pitts teaching anybody? Okay, what can Myles Garrett teach?
Right.
Everything.
I'm just saying, man, like, we got young guys who, who we want to become premier pass rushers. Dorless, Aurora, Trice when he comes back.
Yeah.
JD Bertrand, like, all those guys, and even the guys that's on the team. Like, you don't think Grady would love to play next to a Myles Garrett, even though, they both been in the league, they both have their own things, but just to learn from each other. The same way how Judon and Grady are meshing things together. It's be the same thing. It's different, like when you're looking at a guy from afar, to compare it to when you look up and his locker room is right there, or his locker is right there in the locker room. So it's different, man, and like, it'll benefit all those gentlemen. It'll benefit everybody on the defense, really, in the team, the locker room, all of that.
Yeah, I think because again, you could put Bijan out there and you could put him out there in the slot. There's some things you could do. And again, Kyle is a force. I'm not saying he's not, but there's some things that you could do. I'm not going to say to fill Kyle's shoes, but to kind of accommodate for that. But if you get Myles Garrett, you go, in my opinion, you're now a Super Bowl team.
Yes.
Because you now can do anything. You can rush the quarterback. You can get to him. You got all-pro safeties. You got one all-pro quarterback. You got very good linebackers. You're not going to run the ball. We now have a legitimate defense to go with our very good high-octane offense. And that's a deal I'd make all day and twice on Sunday. So,
absolutely.
Man, I'll tell you all right now, if we had a chance to get Myles Garrett, and it's no disrespect to Pitts, I mean, I'll be honest, man. To get someone like Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, guys that are luxury like Pitts or even Algiers,
Yeah.
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, they made like Algier more just because they don't know if Nick Chubb is going to come back healthy. So insurance policy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a hard runner like that. That's the type of runner
They
they
like
want.
those hard
Yeah,
runners. They like that.
they like a runner
They
like
do
that.
like
So
that. Yeah.
this is what I mean. Like, guys, when
That's
you
true.
can get a bona fide Hall of Famer pass rusher on what you need, man. I mean, I don't think you could turn that away. Now,
Okay,
I do
so a
not
second
want
rounder.
Devontae Adams.
So a
I
second
don't want
rounder.
Devontae Adams at all.
Nah, yeah.
Same thing with Pickens. If they can't rush the quarterback, I'm not messing up my salary cap or trying to move money around for Pickens or Adams. My receiving core is straight. And both of them guys come in here, they're not going to be happy being the number 3 option.
Correct.
Exactly. So I'm not
Correct.
going to create that situation. Then especially Pickens, man, he's a diva. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
He's tippy-toeing on AD level.
Character.
He's tippy-toeing on AD level, and not even have the Pro Bowls like that.
The success.
Yeah, he ain't had the success.
But
Exactly.
fellas, it's deeper than that. What is Pitts teaching anybody? It would be
Nothing.
Devontae Adams if I had to go either one. Because at least he gonna teach Drake London. At least he gonna teach Darnell Mooney. But yeah, I agree though. As far as like, okay, would they be happy with possibly getting only 1 or 2 catches? You know what I'm saying? One game, and then maybe come game 5, maybe your game. You know, like, are you gonna be cool with that? Because right now that ball is being spread around.
Yeah. So Jamal D says, "Yo, 3 Dirty says,
Yo.
what's up, fellas, at the high school game?" Or yeah.
Yes, sir.
What up, 3 Dirty?
And Birdcage says, "What's going on, fellas? What's going on?"
What up,
Birdcage?
Ryan. Yeah, man.
What up, Ryan?
What up, Tidy?
Ryan, the historian, and Tidy.
Did a show earlier with Ryan. A little X Factor show, man. Y'all make sure y'all check it out.
I saw that. It was a great show. I saw that. So guys, let's. I wanted for a second just kind of talk about character, because it's kind of in the media this week in various instances. So to your point, Dixon Way, George Pickens kind of said something. I don't want to say he directly came at Arthur Smith, but he kind of.
Oh, he didn't know. Ain't no kind of. He went right at his neck.
He kind of.
He Wu-Tang on him.
Yeah. he kind of.
You better protect your neck.
He kind of went at Arthur Smith. He did, right? Like, well, you have to ask Arthur Smith about that when I, want to do that. And and Christy Lewis sends love. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Jamal D, Algier, one of my 3 favorite Falcons. Agreed. But
agreed.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. A second rounder in Algier. You pulling the trigger?
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, yeah.
Myles Garrett got away. He will be the one that got away, because if it means going to get Myles Garrett, you guys don't understand what that would mean for our defense. Like, you ain't passing the ball. You're not passing the ball, and you're probably not running it, but you're definitely not, because not only does Myles Garrett rush the passer, he's a dog. He's a dog. And you got a game plan for him. And you got him and Judon on the other side, and then David Onyemata and Grady. That makes them badasses. Like, they just got power pellets or something. Like,
we'll probably have to go to a 4-3 if we had that. Like, seriously, to be stout, we'll probably have to go to a 4-3. Think about it.
I see what you're saying, to be full strength.
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Then you're rotating in a roll. You know what I'm saying? You rotating them guys in. Think about having David, Grady, Miles, and Judon out there. Oh my goodness.
Do you think they'll make Judon start dropping off though, if they want to stay in the 3-4?
They already do that. I see him.
That's why I said that, because they already do.
They already do it.
It'll just be more often.
Exactly, but you will have better, you will have your assortment of guys out there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, we get somebody like that. We are definitely a legit Super Bowl contender. We might be the best team in NFC if we get Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
I
point
think
blank.
Miles still has a lot left in the tank, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I would
I
prefer
really do.
Max Crosby just because he's 27 and an
Yeah,
absolute
because
beast
what?
from
Because
outside.
Miles is what, 28?
No, he's 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's 27. So
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. They both 27, so it's just like
yeah,
that's in past rushing years. That's still a lot of gas there. Because just you look at Judon, so you get Miles Garrett, you might as well say you can still have at least another good 5 to 6 years, depending on how
yeah.
he takes care of his body and everything like that. That factors in. But Miles in the gym. Miles is athletic. Miles is, so it's just, hey man, it's almost the same conversation if you was to go try for Michael Parsons, because I don't believe Dallas is going to pay him.
No, I
I
don't
Well,
don't
understand.
believe they're
I
here's the
going
don't.
to pay
thing
him.
with Parsons. He's not good against the run.
I
He's
don't.
excellent on pass rush. He's not good against the
Yeah,
run.
yeah, that's what you be bringing him here for. Honestly, you just want him to
It
rush
just
the
be
pass.
a pass rusher, and
That's fine. That's
honestly,
fine with me as long as they
I don't.
use him right. But yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why you would. Well, so they just paid Dak, right? Didn't they? Didn't they pay Dak? They did pay Dak.
No,
Yeah,
no, they can't afford him. They can't afford him. They pay him and CD Lamb.
And
They really
CD, yeah,
can't
yeah,
afford him.
they
really can't.
they paid both. Yeah, they paid both of them guys.
And then he's having a drop off this season too. So we might be able to get him if they can't pay him. I know I'll give up a second round pick for him.
I don't know that they trade him. I don't know that you could trade him in a seat. Well, what's their record? Are they 2-3? What are they? 3 and what's their record? Let me look and see.
They 3
Um,
and 2.
they
Yeah,
3-2.
Three.
They 3-2.
they don't.
We
They
played them
don't.
in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do.
they don't exactly suck enough to like if they were 0-5, I could see them doing that now. But
Well,
Yeah.
for that player, I'm not even considering now. I'm more so thinking about him in the
Yeah, off
offseason.
season. Yeah, I think off
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Garrett and Crosby, those guys are on teams that could be about to plummet in a few
Yeah.
weeks. So that's why so you talking about that, like, all right, y'all want to get off something, because y'all obviously ain't going nowhere. And then for the Browns, with their whole situation with the John Watson and all the money they have tied up with him, I think they wouldn't mind, trying to. It would hurt, yes, but I think still at the end of the day, business is business. You got to make some moves. You're not really going anywhere. You already also got a disgruntled wide receiver who just going out there doing his thing, and Amani Cooper. So it's just like Nick Chubb, unquestionable. There's a lot of question marks out there in Cleveland. So, and I
There
mean, it's
would be
not
a
like the
lot of
Falcons.
synergy.
It's
There
not
would
like
be
the
a lot of
Falcons
synergy.
haven't done business with the Browns before.
That's all I was about to say. That would be so much synergy. The Falcons get Alex Mack from the Cleveland Browns, go to the Super Bowl. The Falcons get Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, go to the Super Bowl. One on the
Yeah.
offensive line, one on the defensive line.
Just saying.
Hey,
Just saying, fellas.
Hey, I can dig it, man. I can dig it. So
Not like we're not familiar with Cleveland. That's all I'm saying.
So guys, back to character, right? George Pickens took a shot at Arthur Smith's neck. I really feel like Aaron Rodgers low key got what's his name fired.
Oh yeah.
How do you guys feel about guys like that? Like you know what I mean? Like just uber talented, because Pickens is talented. I think Aaron Rodgers might be a little past it, but how do you feel about that? Let's take the Jets situation specifically, and I'll start with you, Dixon. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about just the way that went down and the fact that it went down in general? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, things like that happen. You brought Aaron Rodgers over for the promise of, hey, this guy's going to get us over the hump. All we've been missing is a quarterback. Unfortunately, they still missing a quarterback. He's not the same as he was. He wasn't the same when he came over. Still don't have the chemistry with the talented wide receivers that they have. I don't know, man. I just feel like that Robert Saleh got kind of scapegoated because his defense is still great. It's the offense. So either they were like, are we gonna get rid of Nathaniel Hackett? And Rodgers was like, no, you ain't doing that. So they was like, all right, well, we got to scapegoat somebody, man. I guess Robert Saleh, I'm sorry, but you got to go. Now the owner came out and felt like he said that this is the most talented roster we've ever had created for the Jets. That's even our championship year. So when you say that, and your GM say that, the GM is basically scapegoating the coach, kind of like what Thomas Dimitroff did to Mike Smith. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen it.
Yeah.
So really, truthfully, the GM and the head coach be fired together. But at the end of the season, you know what I'm saying? You're not even giving him. You gave him 5 games, and now he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like that the interim coach, Jeff Urich, is going to turn the team around. How? He's
this
a defensive
the same
coordinator.
guy that wanted attack over TJ.
Yeah, but your problem ain't defense. You know what I'm saying? So
It's not.
you didn't do anything but just escape. They literally just scapegoat the guy. That's all. No, that's all they did.
I agree with Larry on
Aaron
that.
got him fired. Aaron got him fired. It is what it is.
Well, whether Aaron got him fired or not, like that's not even really just the point. For me, it's just crazy how you give him like you just said, Larry, 5 games pretty much of Aaron Rodgers though. He didn't even have him last year.
Nope.
So that was a wasted year. You got to ball that up and throw that in the trash. That's on nobody. But you're going to give him 5 games and then you fire him. And honestly, they've been competitive, you know what I'm saying? But Aaron Rodgers is not the same. Aaron Rodgers definitely, I mean, like you said, Dixon, he wasn't the same coming over. So I don't know if it's just the Jets, like they just got some bad juju on their franchise or what. It's just like it just does not work out for whoever they get that way. And then, like you said, man, regardless, Saleh though, he was scapegoated. I don't think he should have been fired. I don't think he did anything wrong to be fired this early.
I don't think so either.
No, man.
I'm early.
It's the Jets. It's the Jets.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not like this, and I didn't like it for several reasons. Number one, Aaron has a pattern of turning on his coaches. This is not the first time he's done this.
Bingo.
That's true, though.
Not the first time he's done this. Because guess what? If it wasn't for Mike, who's in Dallas, I can't think of his last name.
McCarthy.
Aaron wouldn't have He wouldn't have the one ring he does. He would not have the one Super Bowl ring he does. Okay. And what I really don't like, Aaron did not show up to mandatory minicamp. That's a power move. That's a power move. And that should have been checked at the gate. Because that said, this is not Saleh's team. This is Aaron's team. The fact that you can do that, that's number one. Number two, the defense was playing fine. The issue was the offense. We've seen the kind of coach that Nathaniel Hackett is. I don't want to call him a joke, but you heard what Sean Payton said when he got there. You heard what he said. And even though Sean Payton's an asshole, he was not entirely wrong, right? Just because you don't like the venue or the voice or the orator of the truth doesn't mean it's not the truth, okay? Aaron is shown some shady behavior. He was shady to dude from Green Bay that's now in Dallas. I don't want to say he was shady to his coach in Green Bay. I'm not going to go that far, but there was some shade developing there because Aaron at this point is entitled, it's coddled, and he wants his way. And the other thing is, I look at the move for Aaron Rodgers the way I look at the move for Steven Jackson in 2013 when the Falcons went out and got him. He was kind of done. Yeah, he was Steven Jackson, but he was done, right? So let me get this right. You say this is the most talented team. There were 3 plays last week where dude was wide open and Aaron threw it so quick you couldn't even. I don't even know what the hell Aaron was thinking. Right? I don't like the fact that you have the cojones to go after a coach in an interview. Oh, well, I say so and so. Like, to me, Aaron is a narcissist. Aaron is the true definition of a narcissist, and that's who you got leading that team. I think this is a bad move by them. I think they will regret it. I don't even know if the Jets will even make the playoffs. Now, they could. Hey, I'm not a genius. You know what I mean? As Chris said once, I'm not a telepath. I'm not an X-Men, which, by the way, Chris did finish that Dixon Way, and Chris said it was excellent. Yeah, great show. That. Great show.
Yeah, I did.
I like order, right? I like order. So the minute Aaron didn't show up for mandatory minicamp, we're going to have a dialogue, because a quarterback should never do that over a coach. There's a way to do anything. There's an order to anything. My dad taught me that from day one. There's an order to things, right? If you had a legitimate reason for missing mandatory minicamp, okay, but you don't just miss it, right? Because it sets a precedent that I can do what the hell I want to do. And you know what that does, gentlemen? That sows inconsistency. And I guarantee you, in that locker room, there probably are some guys who like Robert Saleh. Now, they won't say anything because they don't want to be, they don't want to look like they're different than their teammates. But I promise you, that locker room is divided. So, just my thoughts on that, Chris. Yeah, I'm good with that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I think it's a bad example. I know it happens. I know Dimitrov did it, but I don't know that Dimitrov did it to the level that Aaron did it. You get what I'm saying? Like, he did it. I get it. But as far as I'm concerned, Aaron is low-key a snake.
But look at it like this. Look at it like this, T-Will. Robert Saleh could not stand on his record as a Jets coach because he had the worst record. I know, but he had the worst record out of the tenure out of any Jets coach. But Mike Smith was the winningest coach in Falcon history. You scapegoated. It was way worse. It was absolutely way worse. You know what I'm saying? The way they did Mike Smith and then have Thomas Dimitrov do the interview, and the way they would is a contrast. Think about how they got rid of Mike Smith. Okay. Thomas Dimitrov came out, talked. Arthur Blank talked a little bit. Thomas Dimitrov filled all the questions. Roll around until Arthur Smith got fired. That clown show that happened with Arthur Blank and what's the name? Oh, why am I? McKay, Rich McKay, in the interview, and Terry in the back pitching sandwiches. Totally different vibe.
Okay.
Oh, he's in the building. He's just here in spirit.
Right. Right. He was handling he was handling things at the facility for for players and coaches and personnel that's not going to be with the team anymore. And
is Terry a guidance counselor? Did I miss something?
Yeah, I wanted him to be there at that time. I wanted him to be there.
I'm glad he's a real GM now. You know what I'm saying? But just the contrast of everything, how you can see how they straight scapegoated Mike Smith. That's when I'm gonna be honest, that's when we gave up our season tickets. He was like, we will be at home fans. We were season ticket holders for Matt's first 7 years, Mike Smith's tenure. Mm-hmm. The best, outside of us going to the Super Bowl in 2016, the best run in Falcon history.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
we had never had back-to-back winning seasons, right?
Exactly.
Before
So,
Smith.
Yeah.
so a lot of people that disparage Matt Ryan and stuff like that, we all have our little things and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
that man ushered the best, um, era in Falcons football history. Now, if you want to say it was mediocre, you want to say it was above average, that's up to debate in the barbershop. But
Yeah.
you can't dispute what it was, and then what the
And
history was before and after. So,
yeah. And
uh,
only Falcon fans can debate that. No other fans can jump in that conversation.
exactly. They don't even know. Yeah, I mean, so when I look at it, like the Jets scapegoat that man for Aaron Rodgers because they brought him over. The GM definitely scapegoated him because you see what's going on. You got the exact same points you had with Zach Wilson that you have this year.
Yeah.
Let that roll around in your head. You got the
Yeah.
exact same offense you had with Zach
Right.
Wilson.
Right.
And being the Jets, Geno Smith has gotten better since he left y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What man got better also? Sam Bradford,
Yeah.
another draft of the Jets.
Oh, Sam
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
I mean Sam Darnold, yeah.
Sam
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold
Mhm.
got away from y'all. Now he's a NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not just him. Too. He didn't work with Shanahan neither. But look at Kevin McConnell.
Yeah. And Kevin O'Connell was talking about that, right? He was
Kevin
talking
O'Connell.
about how they're, just like players can fail organizations can fail players because they don't
Yeah.
give them everything that they need. And you know what? All you got to do is look at his quarterback this year, and you got to say, you know what? He might be onto something. Because I don't know that his quarterback, the Vikings, Sam Darnold, I don't know that he's ever experienced that much success in it. Now the season's still young, okay,
Mhm.
but I don't know that Sam has ever experienced that success. So I don't
Not
know
since
what.
he was at college.
Right, I don't know what the secret sauce is in Minnesota, but he's doing something right. He's doing something right, and it does kind of speak to toxic environments, right? Like I think you could easily say the Panthers are toxic because Sam Darnold was there. Also, who else was there? Baker Mayfield was there, right?
Yes.
What's his name that they
At the
drafted
top, man.
first? You know what I mean? And they just benched him, but I would say the Jets and Carolina are similar in that vein. In that it's
ever since they lost
for a
Cam,
quarterback to succeed. You said what?
Yeah, ever since they lost Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Ever since they lost Cam Newton, they've been like that.
Yeah.
Like seriously. Yeah, so Bryce need to get the heck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll salvage his career. Bryce ain't like Ritter when he never had the talent to be able to, you know what I'm saying? He had the talent. He has just been shell shocked. Kind of like Derek Carr's older brother, David Carr, with the Texans. Perfect example of getting shell shocked. Great talent coming out of Fresno, coming into the league, but got shell shocked because he came in with a horrible offensive line and they never really built it up. Yeah, Andre Johnson. I forgot the running back they had. They had a whole bunch of weapons. They would never
Foster at one point in time.
Yeah, they would never fix that offensive line, and he just got shell shocked. He was done. You know what I'm saying? And then you go around. Yeah, man. So I just look at it like that. Like organizations can definitely ruin a quarterback. I wouldn't say that Ritter was ruined by the Falcons. I don't think he ever had the talent to
I
be
don't
there.
think so either.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think so either.
yeah, like organizations can pick you up or lay you down. Do I think
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's the same player without Kyle Shanahan? No, I don't.
No,
I don't. I
absolutely
think
not.
Kyle Shanahan I think he is an offensive genius, but he's also a doofus. Both can be true.
I'm glad you said that.
They almost gave it away last
I'm
night.
glad you said that because so many people don't realize Kyle is a genius, but the same thing that makes Kyle great is his weakness in that he's stubborn. He's like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to fit this square peg in this round hole. And he doesn't make adjustments. That to me, that's his.
Did you see last night when he ran the ball and that guy almost ran it down? You saw how happy they showed it on the side. Yeah. Because he finally learned. Run the ball, stupid, when you got the lead. How hard is that? Stop trying to throw the ball 3 times and be cute. The clock runs. If you don't make it, guess what? The clock is still running. You making them extend timeouts. Everything is working in your favor. The clock is against them. But yet, so when that guy ran and then he slid, he should have just ran it in, to be honest. Because I mean,
He should have.
But to slide and be like, yes, I ran the ball and it actually worked. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yeah. I was like, you mother. I root for that dude to lose every time. If he could lose in the parking lot, I root for it to lose. You sum them up.
It's a lifelong vendetta. Is that what you're saying? It's a lifelong
man. I just feel like, man, until he make things right with the Falcons, which he's not going to be able to. So he just not going to be able to win until he make things right.
Nope.
That's where I'm at. That's where I've been at with it ever since he left.
Till you do right by me. Okay.
Look here, man.
Yeah, for real. Like, for real. He the reason why Roddy was out of here.
I need him to go and get ate by one of them sandworms on Beetlejuice.
Sandworm.
Wait, is that Dune or is that Empire Strikes Back?
No.
No, that's Beetlejuice.
Remember the clay animation worm that comes through?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But no, that was on Dune also. Can't wait for part 3. And Freddie Freeman about to go home, right? Oh no, he didn't. Ooh. I'm so disgusted every time I see him in that Dodger blue.
It hurts. It does hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that was the guy who you thought, would be a Brave forever. I mean, don't get
he should have got the Trevor Jones treatment. Never to leave.
Yeah. We'll see what happens though, man, with another Brave.
I meant to ask you, T-Will, what do you think about the Braves cleaning house on the batting with the batting coaches?
Man, I wanted to have a show about this so bad, Larry. Jesus, man.
Well, I'm here right now.
I'm let me tell you something, bro. I'm a little confused.
Confused. And speak your mind. They
emphatically said, and you were there. They emphatically said, "Oh, we're bringing back our entire coaching staff." And then
Snit said that. Snit said that.
Wait, didn't Anthopoulos say that as well?
Anthopoulos said we should be ready to go. He was more speaking about Snit, from what I gathered.
Okay. So here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was fair. Now, I understand you doing it, okay? But number one, you never had that entire lineup together. From
facts.
Or if you did, it was a few games. Okay. So you didn't have that lineup together. And the other thing that you have to consider, and I'm gonna bring it up, there's no tangible evidence to prove it, but there was a void in that locker room when Wash and EY left. And you
ding.
Feel it. It was palpable. You could touch it. You could smell it. It was obvious that it was there. And you know what? Sometimes it's just not your year. If this year has taught us anything, dude, our best pitcher, the last game we needed him gets a bat. I can't make this shit up. The guy that we got to replace Ozzie on the day that he's supposed to replace Ozzie breaks his finger or did something with the ball, right? He got hurt 3 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets hit. He comes back from that. He gets hit in the head with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, damn near on the verge of concussion. Then he comes back from that, fouls a ball off his foot. That, in a nutshell, is a microcosm of our season. We took 2 steps forward, 5 back. It was that way the entire time. We never got settled. Ozzie went out. Austin Riley went out. Spencer Strider went out. Ronald Acuna went out. here's my concern. You better be concerned about that pitching. Because here's the deal, right? Here's the reality. You stretched Raylo or Ronaldo Lopez from 66 to 128 innings this year, right? You did that. You stretched Schwelly. I don't know if it was double, but you stretched him, right? We already know that Chris Sale is dominant and great, but he is always at a risk of being injured, A, because of that herky-jerky motion, and B, because he's skinny, right?
Yes.
So that's 3 guys. Charlie Morton's not coming back.
Nope.
You're probably not going to sign Fried. Whoa. So instead of you focusing on hitting, which I'll get to in a sec, because I watched a couple of Braves podcasts, and I kind of tend to agree with them in that they probably want to change the approach of the Braves from all home runs to, let's see if we can situationally hit. Let's see if we can bunt. Let's see if we can do that. Now, my problem with that is you haven't taught these guys this. These guys are professionals. They've been in the league, most of them, at least 4, 5, 6 years. How the hell are you all of a sudden going to stop in the middle of doing this and say, hey, Ozzy, bunt the ball? I don't know how that's going to work. Dixon Way, go ahead, brother.
Glad you led me there. You put them breadcrumbs there, and I'm going to gobble them up. First of all, pause. Second of all,
boy.
Second of all, what was the difference between this year and between 2021 to last year and this year? What was the difference with the batting and stuff like that? What's the biggest difference? I'll tell you.
Different. Go ahead.
Larry Wayne Jones was not a part of the official or unofficial batting coaches this season.
Okay.
I think Larry Wayne Jones, aka Chipper, had a problem with our batting coach. And he's sitting there, and when you go look at the interview, I don't know who had it, with Chipper at home talking about he cannot stand
I remember
when you're
that.
sitting there, people, and sitting there chasing the long ball. We're in the long ball era. Yo, I don't care how many home runs you are supposed to get. If you can't drop me a sacrifice bunt, I don't need you in my lineup. Like, he's literally saying everything I say in my stream. Yo, drop a sacrifice bunt right here. What about the squeeze play? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Why are we swinging for the fences? Hit it where they ain't. Hit it in the gap. They can't do the over pursuit of the lineup right now. They can't put 3 people on one side and leave the whole side open like they used to.
Yeah.
They took
They
that.
can still do it to an extent, but it's not like it was. You know what I'm saying? So when the shift is not, now they can still shift the outfield like that. They cannot shift the infield also. So when you take that away, there are holes that are naturally there that were open back in the day. See, the analytics got so bad that they were just like, okay, we're just going to sit these people in the hole. This is where they hit, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? But once you get the rule that say, hey, you can't have 3 people on one side of the thing because you throwing fastballs inside, he's always going to, you know what I'm saying, yank it instead of going apple taco. You know what I'm saying? So if you know them guys don't go apple taco, I mean, you can see it. Money Mike is a clear example of someone who hit all fields last year when he came up. This year, he's swinging for the fences. He looks heavier set. And he's not stealing bases like he did when he came in last year. That is the look, and I love Money Mike. Money Mike is the best center fielder in all of baseball, but he got an uppercut swing now. He did not have that when he came here. And that was taught by Dango. I'm trying to remember the batting coach. They taught him that when he came here, he sprayed the ball to all fields. That's what they were always saying. Like,
Yeah.
he would occasionally hit a home run, but he hit a double here, a single, triple. He was stealing bases. Now he's a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger. He bulked up so he can, hit more home runs. That's what they told him to do. That's what they told him to do. Ozzie Albies and Ronald Acuna Jr. used to bunt people over, bunt on base when they was their first 2 years in the league. After that, and to be honest, I know it's the Braves way. Ever since after 1995, the Braves way is to hit the long ball. It's been that since Big Cat, Sheffield, Klesko. The list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Even Ball, you know what I'm saying? Shortstop hitting home run. It's always been hitting a home run. The beginning of the Braves from 91 to 95 was small ball. Get them over by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Cabrera didn't hit a home run. He hit a single. And Barry Bonds could not get the ball out of his hands and throw out the slowest man in the history of baseball. And Sid Brings with 2 surgically repaired knees.
Yeah.
And did not get there. Like, look, guys. We played small ball until then. You know what I'm saying? And the shift on what we wanted to do happened then. You know what I'm saying? I know the Braves have always been a home run team. But when we won in 2021, we were getting people on base. Like, that's what Chipper said. He said, I think we lost the emphasis on getting people on base. Yeah. Everybody's swinging for the long ball. Now, does that mean that they're about to go get Chipper Jones? At first, I was saying
they not.
I was like, no, I don't want that because I don't want my lasting memory of Chipper Jones being a bad coach. Because great players, most of the time, aren't great managers or head coaches.
Yeah.
But the more I listen to Chipper and talk, I'm like, you know what? Chipper is actually the exact person we need. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I don't know if they bring him officially in to be the new official batting coach and stuff like that, because the only person who really adjusted his game this season was Big Bear. Big Bear was swinging for the fences. Then he went on like a 30-something game streak that he didn't hit a home run, but he started hitting for average because he saw his average dipping. And he knew that he had to get on base.
Yeah.
Then once he started getting on base more, Matt Olson finally came out of his slump. You know, so everything begets another, man. You have to be able to get on base. So those solo home runs can be 2 or 3 run shots.
Yes.
That's why you were so generous the year before.
Yeah.
So but I don't think that he got fired because of this year. I think the batting coach, you know what I'm saying, the hitting instructor and the catcher coach all got fired because the dip off was so dramatic.
Yeah.
And that's for saving Snick, to be honest, because in my opinion, I felt like Snick cooled our team off. Once we won the division in Philly, celebrated, pop bubbly, and everything, that was like a week and 3/4. No, 2 weeks and 3/4 a week. So that's 3 weeks. That basically what we would do is 2 players throughout the rotation would play about 4 or 5 innings and get out the game and rest the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. And he did it for 3 straight weeks to the point that we were back at spring training mode. On top of the 5 days we got to wait for the divisional round.
Well, no, we didn't.
Sorry, I would tell you. Nobody will convince me different.
We didn't have to wait 5 days. This because we were the wild.
We didn't have to wait 5 days, but they have not been the same since he did that. And look, when you have magic like that, you can't assume that you're gonna pick it up again. You have to ride that heater till it's over. It's like you're in Vegas, man. If I'm hot on the tables, I'm not sitting up. I'm not getting up. Shonda ain't letting me get up. She said, no, you sit down here. I'll take Larry up and I'll see you whenever you know what I'm saying, finish your heater. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. I'll take if she on the heater, I'll take Larry. You come up to the room when you finish with your heater. No, you know, it's baseball. You know what I'm saying? Beginning of the season, we start off scorching hot. And here come musical chairs with the lineup.
Right. That's where I wanted to go. To me, what I wouldn't have done, and I love Snit, but what I would not have done when Ozzie Albies came back, there's no way I would have put him second. There's no way.
We talked about that.
I would have. Ozzie would have been 5th or 6th. I still would have had Harris,
not with Ronald,
Soler.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that move to me. That was the move that cost us because the runs went down. Right, Harris, Soler, Matt Olson, Big Bear. It was working. It was working.
Yeah,
right.
It started,
and then here comes Ozzie, and I understand the logic in that Ozzie's only batting right-handed, right? You want him to get fastballs, you want to get him some protection, but you did that at the cost of runs to the team because ultimately the collective output went down. And I know Snake loves Ozzie, and I love Ozzie too, but Ozzie ain't worth he's not worth the team. So, in my humble opinion, and again, take it for what it's worth, I would have batted Ozzie either 5th or 6th. Okay?
Well, I agree with you because what I agree when I thought about it after I got off with you guys, if Ozzie can only hit right-handed and he's batting behind Olsen, that's your lefty righty, you know what I'm saying? Type of thing. So
exactly.
In that aspect, I understand, but normally Ozzie bats second. But what I'll say is, without peanut butter, jelly ain't the same. Ozzie's jelly.
Yeah, you're missing Ron.
Who is peanut butter?
Ronald Acuna.
Ozzie's jelly. And if one of them is gone, they just ain't right. I'm telling you guys, go back and look at it. This is not hyperbole.
Bro, me and T Will have talked about this, and about those two. And it's like the one is gone. It's just the other one. Is just when they're both in, they clicking though. It's just and that's what we know on all cylinders. But just when one is out of the lineup, the other one struggles.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, if one of them gets injured, it seems like both of them get injured. Has been getting injured in the same seasons. It's just Ronald has been having longer tenders. But it's terrible. I wanted to go back real quick to what you were saying about the long ball thing, though. The Braves have been doing that since forever years. Just seriously, like they have been. Just look at the players and everything. And even though I love some of those players, I just feel like it's always resulted in the same thing, and that's not a championship. Braves getting bounced out in whatever rounds by teams you just feel like the Braves should be beating because they're ultimately going for the long ball. And I did like how Michael Harris was a breath of fresh air because he was a player that was getting on base. Just like Ron and just like Ozzie, players that want to get on base. And I do want to get back to that. And if it means that, we have to go back to fundamentals and get back to that, then so be it if it's coming at the cost of these coaches. Because I am tired of seeing, in the long ball. Think about it like this, guys. We were like one of the best teams of that same year to where, we faltered against the Phillies in the playoffs. We were one of the best teams. We hitting all the home runs, Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna. We got all the records and stuff like that. But where did it get us, though, at the end of the day? Regardless of who fault it is, it got us, at home watching other people hoist what we should have been hoisting.
Yeah.
So it just, I want to get back to the fundamental things. I know Chipper, they said that Chipper's not going to be the hitting coach because he's got so much going on outside of baseball.
Right.
But we'll see what happens with that. Money can change things. Who knows?
He can still be.
That means he won't be because Alex. That's another. All right, that's another Alex situation there. Obviously, it is. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's another Alex situation because, again, Chipper was there in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Freeman definitely credits him to turning his season around because he was slumping when Ronald went out, and he had to turn his season around. That's when they brought Chipper in as unofficial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the following years they had him official, but something must have happened that, you know, I don't know if it's the pitching coach or maybe it's Alex. Maybe Alex was like, "Hey man, you can't be going in and going behind our pitching coach and telling guys to do something that he didn't tell them to do."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you're a Hall of Famer, and you know the players are going to be impressionable.
Well,
They're
listen to
going
the
to
Hall of Famer.
before they hit.
They gonna listen to the Hall of Famer, dog.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same way that Shanahan got rid of Roddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which I still don't like.
Shanahan, I'm gonna do the first 3 plays to Roddy to show y'all that he, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
30. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so when I
Then
look at
come week
like,
one, come week 4, he's a ghost.
yeah, and that's why he wasn't retained. Roddy wasn't done. He just wasn't retained. You know what I'm saying? So
It's crazy how Roddy almost became a Patriot, and that would have been crazy seeing him in the Super Bowl.
it's funny how Roddy got done dirty by this organization, but still shows up and Quintero
Right, man. That just lets you know the type of character, a person that Roddy
That's why
is.
you work.
And at the end of the day, it was, you know what I'm saying, he was there for his teammates always, you know, and, you know, Arthur, I don't think Arthur did him anything wrong. He's just Shanahan. And even Dan Quinn didn't like how Kyle was doing Roddy, but I mean, he's the offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying, his things are starting to work, you know, it's just, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Like for someone to really have a beef with the organization, you would think Roddy would, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out to Roddy for being a stand-up dude and always representing the logo for the, you know what I'm saying? Falcon for life. He never played for any other team. He retired as a Falcon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, man, with Alex, he said, well, you don't know if he's not gonna sign Max Fried. Man, if AtlantaFalcons want to sign you, you will be signed already.
That's true.
You know?
That's
So
true.
and
That's
once you reach that age, like
the history shows.
I put it like this: I don't think Max Fried is the Hall of Famer. Freddie Freeman is a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yes.
One of the best first basemen of all time.
Yes.
For him not to re-sign him because of one measly extra year, Max Fried had no chance coming back. He had no chance. He had no leverage to get anything done. If you don't get it done by your contract year, you're not getting signed, especially at a certain age. You're not.
Yeah.
It's just not how the Braves work. That's not how Alex does.
It's not.
I understand it. And it's gotten us a championship, so how can I complain about it?
Right.
But again,
right.
We just gotta live with Max Fried going to the Dodgers next year. That's all.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about it, the other thing about it is Max Fried is a union representative, so he really can't take a hometown deal.
Man, that's what you keep telling me.
He has a position in the. I'm telling you, that's
fair enough.
That is frowned upon. So, like, what I'm saying is, if let's just say he was in the union, he doesn't have a position, he's in the union. Okay, he's more likely to do that. But if you are an officer in the union, you are expected to take the salaries higher because that is the goal of the union, to assure that these salaries rise. That is a part of their metric.
That's fair too. I never looked at it like that.
Yeah,
you're right.
You see what I'm saying? So Max was never going to take, because I can assure you they've offered it to him. I know they've made an offer to him. Okay. But he probably.
Hey, my son wanted me to put him to sleep, so I'm about to go, fellas. Yep. Okay, son.
Hey, we're about to go too, man. Dixon Way, appreciate you, man. Please feel free to come back in Friday night.
Oh, no problem, man.
Always enjoy you, man. Hey,
I was
Dixon Way,
off,
tell them where they can find you, even though they know, but tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, guys, you can find me and the beautiful Shonda on the Dixon Way on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X. We try to provide, a live commentary service for all the fans that can't see it, if they're driving or whatever. cut it on. Don't watch and drive, but you can listen. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. Turn down your TV if you're at home. Turn down your TV. Turn up your your computer or your phone. And we just try to provide that service of live commentary. We just reached over 5,000, man. This year been
Congrats,
this
man.
football season been crazy, man.
Congrats.
So,
Congrats. And
just
to
trying
those
to-
of you who don't know, who've never seen his show, it's phenomenal. He's got the soundboard. He's funny. He covers just about everything. I think next he'll probably do golf because he does every sport. So just phenomenal, man. We love having you. Anytime you want to join us, please feel free to join us. And thank you, brother. Thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. Hold on, son. We about to go. Thank you for having me on. And everybody, if you ain't hit the like button yet, don't be that person. Hit the like button. It's like tipping your waiter, man. Don't be that. And it's free. Just hit the like button, man. Come on, do it. And I didn't do it before I started streaming. So I was one of them people also. But now, anytime I go to any stream, I hit the like button.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like their content, I still hit the like button because I want to see people grow. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. If you out here, it's real hard to come out here and share your opinions for the whole world to judge you.
Yes.
On your opinion. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy to sit here and talk in front of the camera and then everybody coming here. I don't like you. I don't like your opinion. And you don't know nothing. You can never play this. And who you to talk? Who do you to judge a player? You sit on your couch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just if guys gonna come out here and spill their guts and put their fandom in the public eye. I said a lot of people go to the game, and once they go to the game, nobody know who they are. It's just rowdy person in section, whatever. But they come on T Will channel, whoop, see what he gonna say every time. You know what I'm saying? Go on one time the fan, see what he gonna say every time. Go on there and see A1 Forever and see what he gonna say. Come to the Dixon Way. So yeah, guys, just you know what I'm saying, everybody out here trying to grow their channels and do it the old-fashioned way, ain't using bots. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be,
on the grind.
You know what I'm saying, like grassroots, down home, like guys that you can talk. We were sitting in the bar chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eat some wings, drink a cold one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys having me in. I'm about to put my son to sleep.
Dang,
Georgia
man.
versus Mississippi State tomorrow. Georgia versus Mississippi State tomorrow.
4:15.
4:00, and of course the Falcons versus Carolina in prime time.
4:25.
Is it 4:25? 4:25?
4:25.
Falcons and Panthers. They really like us now, obviously.
Hey, don't be surprised at the end of the year that Commanders game gets flipped to prime time.
Yeah, that might be a flex game for real. I ain't even gonna lie.
It might be.
All right, guys. Double salute.
All right, brother. We'll see you.
Peace.
We will see you. My brother, Chris A1 Forever. Go ahead and tell these folks where they can find you, man. I know you do 12,000 different jobs, man, but go ahead and tell these folks where they can find you, brother.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports on YouTube. That's the platform, man. Pushing close to 1,700, trying to get there as fast as possible and beyond. So, appreciate all the people who have already subscribed to A1 Forever Sports, and definitely humble everyone who watches any content, giving watch time, likes, comments, etc. Same thing, A1 Forever on Twitter, A1 Forever on Instagram, and then you also have the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Try to keep everything, kind of together. Appreciate you, T. Will, for having me on. Definitely, last but definitely not least, thank God for all his blessings, because he definitely always blessed me and everyone, saying that I come into contact with. So it's just a great thing. And again, thank you for having me on for this quick convo, even though it turned into a longer convo.
Brother, let me tell you something. Like you say, man, you my brother from another. You never have to thank me for having you on. It's a given. I enjoy it. I enjoy your show. We understand each other. We vibe well. You don't have to thank me, brother, because I just appreciate you coming, man. And I appreciate doing shows with you. And I don't think that'll ever change. First and foremost, man, let me thank all of the folks who showed up for this show tonight. Thank you all. Salute to you. Shout out to you. Thank God for you. Appreciate you. You guys could have been doing anything else, but you were kind enough to join me. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am at For My ATL Sports 1. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. I need all the subs I can get. And hey, if you enjoy it, please feel free to come back next Friday at 7:30 and we can do this thing again. Look, I talk Braves, I talk Falcons, I talk Hawks, I talk Bulldogs, I talk just about everything. So feel free to join us Friday at 7:30. And man, I just appreciate you guys for joining me. My other shout outs. Number one, I got to thank Chris A1 from day one, because Chris does all my videos. Chris has been a tremendous help. Chris is kind of a mentor to me. Jack Spade, I got to thank you for being a mentor to me. I appreciate you, brother. Eric Parker, get me in this business. I got to thank you. NIL Berto, no Berto Damas, no Berto from 95 North. I got to thank you. Smitty, 11K, I got to thank you. Dixon Way, I got to thank you, man. Always willing to give a hand. I appreciate you. Ron, I got to thank you. I appreciate you. Tiff Raines, I got to thank you. Lisa Shepard, I got to thank you. Jabri Harper, I got to thank you. Shit, I'm forgetting somebody. Big Low Country, I got to thank you. My team, Carrie, and Bodie 3000, I got to thank you. And anybody else that I didn't think about. Oh yeah, RJ, Falcon Fandemic, I got to thank y'all. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to golly. Oh God, I can see his face. Jesus Christ. Thank you to Brycey 2K. And thank you to what's his name, man? We're on shows with him all the time. Jesus Christ. What's his name? He was on with Tidy. Golly, what's his name? He used to be with Tidy. Chris.
Used to be with Tidy. I mean, C-Dub, I know you got another one.
No. Also C-Dub. Thank you to C-Dub. But Cheney, not Cheney. What's his name?
Oh, Mark.
Yeah, Mark Cheney. So thank all of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Last but not least, thank God. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate you. And hey, guys, we will see you next Friday. I may go live Sunday. So, hey, guys, maybe see you Sunday at 7 or 8 or whenever the game's over. So thank you all who joined. You guys have a great weekend. Go Dogs. Go Georgia. Go Falcons. See you guys Sunday. Thank you. Okay. End button doesn't look like it wants to work. End stream.